Alright, cool. Sexy. Okie dokie, artichoke. So in our last session, y'all motherfuckers started a fight. It was a pretty big fucking fight. You killed like 3 dozen guys. It was intense. Um, so we don't have to recap every fucking play-by-play like a Madden game. You went to war. You barged into the house of Antoinette Trebane, circumventing her line of guards, Akron and Mish causing a distraction while Katsu, Morish, and Zale burst into the building. And then you spoke to her, and your message, your speaking was very, very brief. You will start a war. That was what Zale promised to her, and Morish and Katsu fell in line behind. And so, turning back to where you fucking came, you burst out of the portal into the heart of the Trebane mansion, where a line of mercenaries had assembled, waiting for you. And you took the fight to those motherfuckers, and you carved them to pieces. Joining by your side was a new figure to you all, Strom Duskar, a lithe but powerful half-elf who wielded a short sword and pistol. And you danced in and among the ranks of the enemy and cut them to pieces and blew them apart, and it was fucking badass. Joining you in the middle of the fight, an unforeseen move was a bard known as Hal the Magnificent, who entered the building gloriously, proclaiming his intent to smite evildoers. And seeing this man, you decided you did not want to kill him, and in fact, you might make good allies. So you convinced him in the fight to turn on his Jagantoth employers, and together you carved these motherfuckers into pieces. The battle is over now. Here you stand among the corpses and the wreckage. What would you like to do?
I think I looted the wizard. You did give me something, I think, didn't you?
Yes,
Yeah, we
sir.
all
You
rolled to loot stuff.
Yeah, indeed, as I know you motherfuckers like to do.
Weird
Morris,
potion. Yeah.
from the coat of the wizard, you pick out a blue potion,
Okay.
in crystal glass, a sort of like clear blue liquid within. You're not quite sure what it is.
Okay. With my looting done, then I will wait for everyone to sort of be finished. I'm gonna keep an eye out on outside the mansion to see if anything's coming, because I saw Master use those sending stones, didn't I?
Yes, you did. And for the moment, you just see the grounds. You see the gate standing closed, actually, because Akron and Mish got through without having to open that. And you see nothing else for the time being.
Okay.
Let's see. Katsu was looting the large man. She found a great club, which I made retroactively after the fact, a magical great club because I didn't write loot for him, and Katsu was very disappointed by that. But she gets a +1 great club. Zale, I see you're looting Mr. Mercer.
I am.
All right. So, his body, which you carved nearly in half with a blast, a searing crescent, well, not a searing crescent, a radiant smite, from the groin up. You see that as you peel apart the gored remains of his body, you see that the chain shirt over his chest is intact, though the body underneath has been carved clean in two. It is soaked in blood right now, but it is a chain shirt, and it feels pretty beefy as you hold it, a little heavier than you'd expected.
I'll just hold up towards Morris and be like, any interest to you?
It's heavy armor chain, isn't it?
No, this is just a chain shirt, actually.
Oh, change shirt. I'll take a look. Fuck it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I will toss it to Morris.
Yeah.
You also see under his jacket a number of sending stones, each one with different inscribed names.
I'll just pocket them for now and review them later.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Hal the Magnificent.
Hal the Magnificent is pretty badly injured at this moment, sort of regathering his wits. Akron, what are you doing right now? You're outside?
Yeah, I'm looking through everything outside.
Okay, you see a couple of corpses nearby. You see Katsu finishing looting, Mish doing the same. Currently looking behind you, again, more of the same. Nothing happening yet from the direction of the gate. Strom, what are you doing?
Can I see if Captain Number 2 has a flare on him, similar to the one that was fired to signal the need for reinforcements earlier?
Let me check his inventory. Yes, he has not fired his red flare. He has a red flare, a green flare, and a yellow flare.
Can
Actually,
I take,
two of each flare and a flare gun.
Can I take the green flare, head outside, and shoot it into the air?
All right, yeah, absolutely. Taking his flare gun, loading it up as you go with flare intent. You step out onto the courtyard, raise it to the sky, and fire it, and it shoots up into the sky, a bright green beacon as far as the eye can see.
That might hold reinforcements for a little while.
Could well do.
Fingers crossed.
Morish, as you approach Hal the Magnificent, he is badly injured, stroking his hound Minion for comfort as he looks up at you.
Did either of them? Did Minion get hurt in that fight?
Slightly. He's nursing like a very slight cut on his hindquarters, right where his armor ends, but not very badly.
Okay.
That was quite a fight, good sir. I must ask though, you said that I was fighting on the side of evil. Why were the Jagantots evil exactly? I just started killing before I knew what was happening.
They're slavers of the most heinous sort. And they
Oh,
deal
are
with
you quite certain?
Yeah, you're quite certain. Yes. Not them maybe, but the people they employ, actually.
I see.
And they have various shady dealings around these parts, and we're looking to root out the corruption, root and stem, you know?
Well, that is a mighty tempting offer as a slayer of evil myself. But I must ask, Mercer told me that your deeds were quite heinous. You, Morris the Vile, I'm told that you once went into a market full of innocent children and set it all on fire, including the children. Is this true?
There was a market of slaves. You have been lied to. We freed the slaves and took out the slavers, all in an attempt to reduce the Mardoon's power within this city. Another vicious slaving sort.
Verb, at this point, Akron's gonna come through the door. He's gonna take out his book of all the deeds they've done, and it's like read off all the good deeds. Like, no, Hal, you've got this wrong. These magnificent people have righted wrongs. They freed slaves. They outed the tyrants. They helped an old lady cross the street.
We did. It's true.
Many good deeds. Many.
I threw her.
It is quite virtuous to help old lady. You threw her?
With
With care, and we caught her on the other side, of course.
They were
Make
helping
a
her cross the
collective
lake.
charisma check, all of you. Every one of you make a charisma check.
Can it not be persuasion?
Persuasion or charisma?
Nope, just straight charisma.
Oh.
I mean, I'm outside. Am I involved in
Yeah,
this?
you're not involved in this strong one. It's Akron, Zale, and Morris.
Wow. That was almost so much better.
Oh boy, 13, 12, and 5. Hal the Magnificent considers your words as you speak them, stroking his finely pointed goatee.
Hold on, before you do anything. I
Mhm.
would like to give Zale a flash of genius.
Okay, so as you all are speaking and relaying your deeds, Akron, your armor begins to flash with a brilliant light, and your cape billows out behind you as if an unseen wind is projected, making yourself feel very heroic. And indeed, Zale, standing tallest as the most prominent of your group, speaking with a little more confidence as this goes on. And how the Magnificent strokes his beard. Perhaps you speak truly, then. Your quest to root out the corruption of this city. Tell me more. What do you plan to do?
We are currently working on bringing down the Jagantoths. We have taken out the Trebanes and managed to bring some of their upstarts onto our side. And we are planning on pushing out from here.
Very well, very well. It seems to me as if you are following a path most righteous.
Most.
So I, Hal the Magnificent, shall follow behind you, and I will sing of your deeds as we do this.
Excellent.
But know this, should you ever err in the line of duty, should you ever cease to follow the good, I will cut your throat from ear to ear, you motherfucker.
That was a big switch from your usual happy demeanor.
I am
Insight
pretty
check that?
zealous about smiting evildoers.
Okay. Well,
Can I insight check that?
Make an
him,
insight
Hal?
check.
Birth has now retroactively made him bipolar.
Actually, yes, in fact, it's not retroactively. As you look into a very insightful Akron, very sharp eyes appraising this man, he is very slightly insane.
And then another thing I'd like to do is I would like to recall any sort of information I have on Hal the Magnificent in my big noggin.
Make a history check.
would I know anything about him?
Make a
Or-
history check. Oh,
a
buddy!
Natural one, but still 14.
Yeah, but it's a natural one, baby. I know how the rules actually go, and 14's still good, but it's a nat one. 17's a little bit better. Strom, at this point, if you wanted to have come back inside and caught this conversation, you could have. I will leave that up to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Akron, as you try to recall the details of this Hal the Magnificent, you are struck by the radiance of his smile. This man is grinning widely and beautifully and charmingly, and you still can't help but think that he's a little bit insane behind those eyes. Morish and Strom. Yeah, the name Hal the Magnificent does ring a bell. And he is, in fact, pretty magnificent. A good singer and storyteller from accounts go. He's pretty prolific around the taverns, having made his presence known. You also know that he is kind of notorious. You see, he sort of works as a mercenary and a sellsword, but he's very easy to manipulate, and he's gone and killed like a lot of people who he was told were evildoers.
Okay.
And he's kind of got that reputation. But, you know, this is Shady Creek Run. Nobody really gives a fuck about that. And he's pretty reliable.
Okay.
Well, we need to go and talk to the lady who currently resides in this mansion.
Ah, yes. Wicked Antoinette. I shall slay her. I will cut her tongue out and make a necklace.
No. We're not doing any of that.
No?
No. She has other
see.
plans, and we are working with her. This is one of the upstarts I said about. Look,
Sounds as a
Hal,
wicked business.
how much do you like money?
Well, money buys me very pretty capes, which I need to proclaim the heroism of
Hal the
my deeds.
Magnificent, of course, Hal. So look, how about this? We pay you money.
Righteous doubloons.
Righteous money. Taken from evildoers who would spend it on nefarious deeds.
We wash them with holy water. The coins individually.
Make a persuasion check.
Do I okay.
Who?
So in that fight verb, I popped my
You did use your thing. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, it'd still be up.
Okay.
On the cusp end of it now, but yeah, it's up.
That's a 29.
That's a 29. Hal the Magnificent considers this for a not actually a long while, a very, very short while, as you say this, and he thinks, yeah, I could use the new cape. 500 gold pieces, and my services will be yours forever.
Forever.
Forever!
I'll
For as long as you slay evildoers, in any case.
20. I'll give him 20 platinum straight away.
I take it this is a start.
This is a start. Yeah.
Very well.
How do I...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say, how much do I have anything that I can?
In fairness, we are about to fight 4 crime families, all with absolutely brimming coin, no doubt. So there will be much more. where that
How about this, Hal? And I pull out from my backpack my Spellblade's gauntlet.
Ah, a beautiful piece. And he regards the silver gauntlet with the blue gem and the sharp flame-like fingertips waving out.
This little
Yes.
baby has got me out of a few pinches. And you being the... Does he cast magic?
He's a bard, so yes.
So yeah, this would probably help you as well.
Very well. Very well. Take back your platinum, friend. This will do.
Okay, I give him the
Is-
gauntlet.
Is he a College of Swords bard?
He's kind of like a weird homebrew thing, but College of Swords is probably pretty accurate. He looks like a pretty dashing swordsman.
I am going to keep it in my inventory because if he decides to betray us, I'm going to kill him and take it back. But like for the time being, I'll put a little
He's got
edit
it.
on the note
I
saying.
think
with
I might be
Hal.
able to use him for above table. I might be able to use him for a side quest here. I noticed you use a scimitar. Would this be of interest to you? And I'm going to hold up Harvest.
Okay. Yeah. I remember. I know exactly what you have. Yeah. Which
it
is
needs
thing
12
that we.
kills to transform, and I keep wanting to use it, and it just never pops up.
Hal the Magnificent regards the blade, and he holds it in his hand. This scimitar is... Actually, let me bring up the description. Is it blood red? I don't remember. Harvest. A crimson scimitar with a golden handguard. Ah,
didn't know
yes. and he inspects the blade and the shallow flutes that run along the steel meant to channel the blood of slain foes. Yes, a most righteous weapon. I will use it well.
Okay, I will give Hal Harvest.
And he tucks it in on his back beside his song blade.
Adequately
All right.
compensated to come and fight with us then?
More than adequately.
Right.
All that you must supply for me now are evildoers.
Well, let's go and speak to Antoinette and we can get right on that.
Wonderful. And he falls in line behind you. He and his wolf.
Anyone else need to do anything while we're here? I'm guessing we just like scoured over all the bodies for coin and shit.
Yeah, well, that would take a much longer time than you've spent here. My interpretation of it is that you've fleeced like the bigger guys while leaving like the majority of the corpses untouched.
I will
It would probably take an
quick
hour or so to clear everyone else.
I'll take a quick look at both the captains before we head in.
Both the captains. Okay.
Has-
Both the captains are wielding Morris looted the mage. Wielding long swords, each of them. Well made, but not particularly magical, and flintlock pistols with a decent amount of ammunition for both. Flare guns on one of the captains. The other one had his flare gun taken from him. And nothing else of note. Well, if you want to roll an investigation check, I can give you a specific amount of coin.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? Give it a quick go. That's a 9.
That is a 9. Between both captains, you find about 55 gold pieces.
I'll take it. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the ammo.
Okay. You can go ahead and add, what would be like 32, 33 shots worth of shot and powder.
32, 33, yeah? Alright.
33, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Big.
Tight.
I'm gonna wait on everyone else.
I suggest retreating to the maze to recuperate.
Okay. Katu and Mish fall in behind you for the time being. Anything else from anyone else?
Who has a Trebane coin on them? Is it me, Katu?
Katu, you, and Zale, yes.
Strom
Strom,
would
you
have
also
one.
have what he's talking about, a small token. In your case, you wear it sort of like embroidered into your clothing as a Trebane, agent.
Yep.
And it is basically a token that allows you to bypass the magical defenses that would otherwise teleport you into hell, more or less. Akron, you do not have this, but if you stick close enough to Katu, Morris, or Zale, who would warn you, you'd be able to
Yeah,
get
I was
through.
gonna say I'll warn the rest of them to stick close.
Alright.
Take my hand, Hal.
Missing Fingers gets uncomfortably close to Katu, who holds him at a distance.
And then, yeah, head on through.
You head on through. And as you come back to the inner sanctum of Antoinette Trebane, I don't think I've ever shown you guys the map, actually, but there's this.
Oh no, we haven't seen this.
No, this was definitely,
Yeah.
if we were gonna fight her, this is what we would have gone into.
Well, the
Indeed.
map's here now. I guess we.
I guess it's
Ooh.
time.
Oh, that suit of armor. Oh.
But as you... very fun to think about. I was hoping you guys would be a little more murder happy on the day you met her, just in case I get the chance to use its abilities. But it's all good.
We were so tapped, man. Like, there was no way. I was like, oh, please don't be bullshit. Please actually be extending an olive branch here.
I had a feeling.
Immediately go into the talk no jutsu.
Yeah.
I had a feeling you guys would be too fucking fucked to try anything, but you never know. I know you motherfuckers can be murderous sometimes.
Yeah, we would have got rinsed if we fought her.
But you come through, and you're standing in the workshop now, and you notice that Antoinette has arrayed her soldiers for war. 2 spell knights standing by the stairways in their armor, great swords in hand, sort of planted on the ground with gauntleted hands resting over top of the pommels, looking almost statuesque with their prowess and strength. A mage wielding, well, not wielding anything currently, but with a sort of like fiery staff held in her hand as Antoinette stands at the railing and welcomes you all.
See? That wasn't so tough. There's definitely more coming, though. Mercer was speaking to someone through a sending stone.
Indeed. That was quite a display of prowess, if I must say so. So,
Who's this one? And I point to Strom.
yes. Strom, I take it you've made your introductions to your new friends.
Only the cursory, but yeah.
Only the cursory will allow me to sing your praises, as it were. Strom Duskar is a man who has his uses. As you can see, he is not of full blood. Not like myself. Not like my friend over there, and she points to the mage. But even so, he is a blade when blades are needed. He's a gun when guns are needed. And seeing as we seem to be in the thick of this together, I thought you might need another hand. He will be with you for the time being. He is quite capable. Use him well.
Okay.
Bow my head in respect and stay silent.
Look, do you have any eyes in town or out, like, looking outside the mansion? Because I do have a feeling that we're not going to be alone for too long.
Yes and no. As for concrete information, all that I have are my scrying eyes. They extend only to within the mansion. I do have a network of informants and other Trebanes such as myself who were scattered when everything occurred, but if I'm being honest, I trust their insight less and less the more that they speak to me and the longer we have been away. As for your concerns, reinforcements were on their way and perhaps still are. The main host that was moving up the street seems to have stopped for the time being, and she nods to you, Strom. It seems that my colleague is already paying his uses over.
Yeah, very much so. Any chance we could get a rest?
It depends. You'll need to be vigilant. I will extend my automatons from the mansion. They'll hold the perimeter, and they are quite capable, but should it come to a concerted fight, a protracted war, as you have promised me, and she looks to you, Zale, we'll need allies.
Yeah.
She smirks back.
We got one. We got one so far.
And Hal the Magnificent stepping behind, a little bit slow to respond, it seems, but yes. Antoinette Trebane! I have been told by many that you are a wicked doer of many deeds, but I've been told by my new friends that you can maybe trust it. I am torn, but for the time being I will not kill you. I am Hal the Magnificent. And Antoinette regards this with a bit of a raised eyebrow.
Don't mind him. He's passionate. And
I
I give
see
her
that.
I give her a look, like.
She returns it, looking at Hal very quizzically. Very well.
He helped.
Very well.
He helped in a time of need. That's all that matters.
Well, who am I to turn away allies in a time like this?
Exactly.
Alright. If you need rest, I can convey you to some chambers. My automatons will hold the line for the time being.
Sweet. Then
And you hear behind her, from doors and rooms you cannot see, the sound of many steel contraptions moving. It's actually echoing all around you now, as if things are stirring to life, one by fucking one.
Right. Bed.
Bed.
We'll
right.
speak when we wake up.
Yeah.
So we shall.
Quick brief and then back into the fray.
That's the one.
You are conveyed to your chambers to rest. You are, much like the first time you came to the Trebane Mansion, Morrisale and Katu, you're given some quite lavish guest rooms. Antoinette, in fact, would have sent you to the original guest rooms you stayed at so long ago, were it not for the fact that they still had some rogue elements to clean out, a few stragglers here and there, but the automatons are making quick work of them. You find yourselves resting in pretty plush beds, in these sort of well-furnished rooms that have no windows. There are windows actually, but they look out into like the planes, the elemental planes. Morris, you have one of the astral sea. Zale, you have one of the elemental plane of fire. Akron, you see just a fuck ton of water, and you assume this is some kind of water plane. It's quite interesting and very magey.
I am at some point. We'll go to Zale and Katu I'm assuming Akron and Mish and Strom can be there, but they don't really know Talir, so it will have no bearing on them. But it's up to you guys if you want to be there or not. I'll say that maybe when we sit down to eat or something. Either way, I don't know who he contacted, but I think it was just me, wasn't it?
Yes, Talir sent the message to you via sending.
Yeah. So I'm gonna at dinner say, just as the fight finished, Talir contacted me from Chaos and told me that the dragon flying above was an illusion and that we should be careful.
So he's somewhere else. Wonderful.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal, which means, you know, we at least, if he was at Chaos, we knew he was at Chaos, or if he was at his place, you know, but he might be gunning for us, because, you know, orb. Or he might be doing something else.
Tell me more about this orb.
Oh,
The problem is we don't know much about it.
how long have you got?
Well, it seems like we're here now.
Right, so...
I'm gonna get out his book. Gets out his book and pen.
I basically inform him about Ishmine, the orb, him trying to use it on me, me knowing that it speaks Abyssal, I believe, doesn't it, the orb? Like,
Yes.
yeah, because I know the language. I'll let him know that when mine died, yours found it under his pillow, about Kieran attuning to it, and then all the shit that sort of happened on the way, all the way up to the dragon, basically. Every incident.
It is quite a tale that you are being told, Akron. If you'd like, you
Pulls
can
out
make a
another
history
box.
check.
Pulls out another box of ink.
Yeah, you're gonna need quite a lot. Yeah, so a strange artifact coming in the possession of a gnome who had been through quite a lot. It's a lot. With a 17 in history, the name Whispers in Shadows, it actually is familiar to you. And you, being quite a prolific studier of history, have actually seen this name pop up in many texts. Whispers in Shadows has historically almost regarded more like a myth than anything real. It's popped up in so many old stories and old histories of different kingdoms, always just months before some terrible cataclysmic fall. Like an ill omen that brings nothing but despair.
He's gonna look up from writing down and goes, Whisper in Shadows. It's real.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what your little halfling friend had?
Something not so great, I'm imagining.
Whispers in Shadow appears in many, many, many pieces of history. Many texts, many stories, fiction, non-fiction. And the underlying fact about Whispers in Shadows is it only ever really pops up when something very, 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 very bad is going down.
Ah.
Yet, and now, apparently, a red dragon that can turn into an elf has it. That is disastrous news, my friend. Disastrous.
Well, this is the situation we're in at the moment. There's also other shit going on.
Ooh. Such as?
Yeah, that's understatement of the century.
Fucking
What could be worse than a red dragon with the Whisper in Shadows?
Thariz Dune.
Do I know that one?
Make another history check. Or religion.
We'll definitely do this one.
17. Sort of like in an academic cursory way, the name Thara's Dune is the Chained Oblivion. A sort of not quite deity, more like a cosmic entity that seeks to devour all of existence. And that's what you know of him.
Can you write the name down in chat for me, please? Just want to note it
Yeah,
down again.
sure. Thara's Dune.
Okay.
Thara's Dune.
Okay, what about Thoris Dune? What do you know of him?
Apparently, it's coming.
Need me to recap?
Yeah, Adrian told us about it. I'll recap what Adrian said. I've got it written down somewhere.
Okie doke.
May as well recap for all of us and Highlander.
I kind of want to see where Morris's knowledge is on this.
Who's Highlander?
Oh,
I don't know.
I think I had it in my notes. Give
Sorry,
me a
my
minute.
bad. Smiley face, Highlander.
Better. Highlander was my father.
Ah, I see.
I am Smiles, Highlander.
Turns out I don't have it in my notes.
Okie doke. Yeah, so from what Adrian told you as his last words as he lay there on the mountain, pinned by the armor of Tarn, there is a wound festering in the city of Malaismere behind the shielded barrier that none of you can see through. Some kind of scar in reality, which Thara's Dune has caught the smell of, kind of like how a shark smells blood on the water. And this wound is causing the Chained Oblivion to ever so slowly awaken. This entity that seeks to devour all of existence.
I relay this.
Who was this?
Yeah, it's a
Adrian?
lot.
was
These
this
people that you've gotten yourself involved in, Akron, are a fucking lot.
He's just gonna look straight at Marsh in the eyes. Who was Adrian? Where did he come from?
He was a wizard within the Cerberus Assembly. Working for the Empire, but more for his own goals.
Okay. Do you have any idea what the Empire was trying to... There's like a shudder in his voice there. Do you have any idea what the Empire is going after with Tharos?
I don't know what their goals
At this point, he's like leaning across the table towards you.
Zale didn't know, but they were trying to magically equip the army, weren't they?
Yeah.
Essentially, they were trying to make a magical super army. Essentially, is what they were doing.
Wait, so you're saying it's in table or above table?
Above table. Zale wouldn't know unless you told me, but Tarn would know. But I'm just like.
I don't think I've had time to tell you. Morris has been fucking non-stop the entire time. Even on those 2 weeks off, I still was with Katu in the fucking wood.
Moorish would remember, but Noodle's got it written down because we did it like months ago. That's what
So,
I'm saying.
as a matter of fact, you don't really know what the Empire was there
No,
for.
we don't.
You know that Adrian was assembling an army to go into Malaismere, and you know that he told you of Thara's Dune, but you don't know specifically, like, you know what Adrian was after. Does that mean you know what the Empire was after? Hard to say.
Yeah.
So, let me get this right. With all the chaos you guys have caught yourselves up in, you want to start a crime family war?
Well, look. Yeah. Yeah, we do.
The to-do list is
Large. Yeah.
and thorough.
Aye, aye, aye. Talk about digging your hole deeper and deeper.
Well, you know,
Okay.
you don't have to stay.
You're right, I don't, but I feel like I kind of have to now.
Maybe we could just concentrate on the job at hand.
Yeah. Yeah, let's one step at a time.
Yeah, I think we were forced into that when the entire city started looking for us.
Yeah, we kind of didn't really... The war was reaction rather than proactive. We found ourselves in this situation because of a series of events that we had no control over. When we got told who it was, Thalist got killed, didn't we? Antoinette
Yeah,
told
you were
us.
informed.
Yeah.
And in fact, none of you have seen or heard of the Punisher or Kieran ever since that shit went down.
Yeah, so in game, I assume we have to accept that they're probably dead. Or captured. So, we find Lorenzo and find out, maybe? Or do we just keep hitting mercenary bands?
We hit what we find first.
That's not really... That's gotten us into this situation. Let's take
And it's
him.
also how we've continued to solve situations.
You died
The slight inconvenience.
because you shouted for Talir. You died. Let's not forget that.
Also, mercenaries work best when they're being paid. And if that pay flow stops,
Yeah,
Who
you
knows?
got a good point. That's a good point, but we don't know where
And-
we don't know where Ionis is. In fact, do any of those sending stones have Ionis Jagantoff's name written on them?
I will pull out all the sending stones and just lay them on a table.
You have an array of 6 before you. One is engraved with the name of Lorenzo. One is engraved with the name of Ophelia. One is engraved with the name Eleanor. One is engraved with the name of Ionos. 1 and 2 have the names that are, these are unfamiliar to you, but you see a Tristan and a Vance.
Who's Ophelia again?
Make a history check.
God.
Would I be able to identify all those names?
Also make a history check. Let me write them out. Just
I mean, I've been situated in town for quite a while and embroiled in the family business side of things, so I'll probably be aware, perhaps.
yeah, go ahead and make a history check, Strom. Let's see, 15, 17. What's the investigation for, Akron?
Oh, is it investigation or history?
No, it's history.
Oh, my bad.
No worries.
Easy.
Ooh, that's pretty good, Strom. That's pretty damn good.
Woo!
27. Okay. The name of Tristan and Vance. Morris, you have now you don't have knowledge of these, but Strom and Akron, Strom particularly, being keyed into this sort of thing. They're the names of the leaders of 2 bands of Jagantoth mercenaries. One of a gang known as the Deadshots, some very skilled marksmen and gunslingers, and another known as, let's see, the Iron Wings. No, not the Iron Wings. The Ion Wings. A band that is renowned for going into battle on the backs of giant eagles. Eleanor is the name of a local informant, quite keyed into a lot of the sort of criminal infrastructure in this area. Ionos is the name
Eleanor,
of...
sorry, this Eleanor is an informant for everyone
chick
or
that
just the
Kieran went to.
Jagantoffs?
It was the chick
Yeah,
Kieran went to get information.
That is the chick Kieran went to, yep.
Okay.
Ionos is Ionos Jagantoth. Ophelia, Morris, this does tickle the back of your head, and Strom and Akron, it comes to you like straight away. That isn't the leader of the Mardoon family named Ophelia? Ophelia Mardoon? It could just be a coincidence, you don't know yet, but that is weird to you. And Lorenzo is Lorenzo.
Could we use these sending stones to track their counterpart?
Make an Arcana check. Yeah, if you had a means of scrying, you could probably use the other sending stone as like a focus of the scrying spell. But you can't think of any other means of tracking that come to you straight away. You could probably use locate object if you got within a certain range, but that is like a 1,500 foot reach or something like that. So you have to be very close. 1,000. Yep.
Yeah.
But these are the 2 means that come to you straight away.
Okay. Could I not whip up some sort of scrying machine in my spare time?
Yeah, you could think about that. Yeah, the idea comes to you, and you think, it's possible. I suppose if you wanted to use your long rest to do that, I could have you make a roll, and then we could see how far you come along on that.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Yeah, you're thinking about this right now, Akron. Possibilities.
I'm not gonna immediately tell the others about this. I'm just theories. This might not even work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, so above till Akron's done with questions and such, he's actually gonna
Me-
go. He's actually gonna stand straight up, walk away, and try to work on his idea that he
Sleepy
did not tell
time,
you
got
about.
Okay.
You got it.
So
Alright.
would they have relayed this information about who the people were to me?
Akron,
Strong,
no,
Akron?
he's too busy in thought.
Strom?
No, go for yourself. No, yeah, I would. Tristan
Yeah,
and
okay.
Vance. These are 2 Jagantoth mercenary bands, of which I've forgotten the names.
Dead shots and
the
ion wings.
The dead shots and the ion wings. Yep.
Okay.
Ion is spelled A-I-O-N.
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 I gotcha.
While you're talking, Akron's actually gonna come back. He's gonna grab Eleanor's sending stone. He's gonna, I'm gonna borrow this, and he's gonna walk off again.
Okay. I would suggest we go to Eleanor. She doesn't know any of us. Well, she probably does, but I can do something.
Would I have met
And-
Eleanor before?
I've got a plan. Don't worry. I've got something new to show everyone, actually.
Ooh, new, fancy.
And-
yes, Strom, you do in fact know Eleanor. You've worked with her a couple times.
Yep.
Mostly information trades and things like that.
Oh, I didn't think I changed it. 2 seconds. I should have changed it. Basically, I'm going to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like Katu.
Okay. As you do this, Katu looks up with eyes wide and regards you with deep suspicion before going back to her food.
I've got a new trick that I've been wanting to use. So I can disguise myself as someone else and get some information off of this lady. How does that sound?
Most devious trick, says Hal the Magnificent.
I mean, I could just introduce you if you.
Yeah, well, I
preferred.
think we're wanted in this city. Well, I don't think I am, actually. As I haven't seen any posters of me yet, have I?
Well,
No,
you haven't
you
seen
have-
posters of. So
We've
you
found
specifically,
them, didn't
Morris, like they are yes. Well, yes and no. In regards to posters, like there are posters with very clear descriptions of Zale and Katu because they're very distinctive.
Yeah.
Morris, like they know they're looking for you. They know to look for an elf of some description, but just because of the general chaos and things, like your exact features are a little more ambiguous.
Okay.
They definitely got your nose wrong in the pictures.
Yeah, like Tangled style. Flynn Rider knows every time. No, they got my nose wrong.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's a good film, man. Well then I can make myself look, different, and give it a try.
All right. Anything else for the night? Okay.
No.
You retire to your room separately to take your rest. It's been a long fucking day, right?
You say that
for
a lot.
you, yeah, Morris, Zale, Katu, you guys went to a fucking keep. Shit went down. You had to escape amidst rains of crossbow bolts. You had to march your way through the woods. You had to evade patrols. Fucking decked a group of a random group of gangers in the alleys. And granted, you did get a rest in between when you returned to the Golden Brand, or at least its burned hideaway. But how much rest can you actually get in a fucking slaver's basement, watching for people to come and slit your throat in the night? Not very much, I'll tell ya. So finally being able to sink into your beds and get some rest for the first time in what feels like a long time, and know that you're probably not going to die in your sleep is pretty aces. And as you sleep, some of you dream.
Oh no.
Zale. She comes to you as she always does. You close your eyes looking at the ceiling of the Turbane Manor, and then when you open them again, you see an endless plain of clouds. You see the moon above you and the stars, endless, casting down white light upon these clouds, turning into like a billowing, endless white blanket. Peace and serenity all around you. But there is burning bright light cast on you from behind, and you look and you peer up and you see a searing white avatar of light and flame and fury regarding you. Elistrai, your lady.
I take the knee and say, "My lady."
Zale, she says, and her voice echoes all around you, like one of those Dolby surround sound speakers. The sound is sourceless, booming in your ears, far away and yet very close all at once. You strike a great blow against evil today. I see that there is much killing ahead of you. I have little to say in way of criticism. You've done well so far. You've done much with this next life I have given you. Know this. Lorenzo must die within 5 days. I have tapped into the weave. I have seen the strands of his destiny, and you must kill him before this time. I command it of you.
It will be done.
Good. Hold out your blade.
I extend my blade.
The crescent moon great sword. The avenging blade. A shard of Elistroi's own light, forged from her own body. She extends her hand, and her fingers pass through the blade, and as they pass through, her form, her body, of pure flaming white light, melds with the sword. And your sword begins to glow and glow like a fire stoked, burning incandescent. I have strengthened your weapon. See to it that this man is killed. Good day to you, Zale. And she vanishes, and you snap your eyes open, and you are back in the mansion.
I immediately glance at the Moonlight Greatsword.
As you pull it from its sheath, it is pulsing with bright white light, almost immediately flooding the room as if a torch were lit, with pure white radiance as it burns in your hand.
A bit of the old Zale slips out, and he's just like, "Fuck yes."
And for the time being, your sword will do an additional 2d6 radiant damage on every hit.
Good fucking Christ, I love you.
You're gonna need it, motherfucker. So has Elistroy seen. Morish,
Oh no.
you dream as well.
Oh god.
You close your eyes, and as you reflect on your powers, your abilities, the talents that have led you to this point, the magic that you tapped into, that you were granted from a patron so long ago, whose name now escapes you, whose name you never learned, but whose voice once whispered to you endlessly in your ear. You think on these things, and as you sleep, you expect to wake up and see the day, see the mansion, to attend to your tasks, but when you open your eyes, you are struck by an immediate blackness. You are drenched in a darkness so complete and so total, it is as if light has never existed once in this world. You cannot see anything. You open your mouth to speak, and you try to speak, but no sound comes out. You are struck deaf, blind, and mute in this hellscape of pure black void. And you feel it, the air itself, the darkness, as if it has weight. As if it is all around you, as if it is not just an absence of something, but you are in the bowels of something. And as you're opening your mouth to speak, you feel that weight force itself into you, into your mouth and your nose, crawling into every orifice of you, plunging into you and wrapping you up like a flesh puppet.
Okay.
And you hear the voice within you, speaking to you, becoming you. It has been a long time, Morish. You don't know me, do you?
The one that lied to me.
Lied is an ugly word for it. I must admit, we did get off on the wrong track. Do you remember the voices that spoke to you?
Always.
That was an experiment of mine, I suppose you could say. Creature that I had given leave to perform contracts of its own. But its contracts were my contracts, and you are mine. Your debt is mine. And Suddenly, the darkness is snapped away, and you find yourself sitting at the head of a long table. A well-set table with a white linen tablecloth, nice glass and crystal goblets arrayed all along, and on the sides of these tables, sitting in chairs of their own, you see men and women with burning pits for eyes, as if flames were springing out of their eye sockets. They are eating from these tables, and you see corpses. Humanoid, elf, man, bits of flesh. You see one man eating at a hand, another one, a charred, smallish black shape that you think is probably an infant.
Oh,
And you see at the head of this table, opposite you, down the long way, a figure. He has red skin. He has long horns that stretch out in a spiral ahead of him. He has orange eyes, burning, much like the flames of these diners beside you to left and right. Hello, Morish.
hi.
Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Can I provide anything for you?
No, I'm asleep at the moment. I'm all good, thanks.
Indeed. And he chuckles. My friends. No, that would be presumptuous. We're not friends, you and I. You made a deal very long ago, at a moment of need. When you were on your own, your friends slaughtered all around you, and you cried out for power. It was my creation that answered you. You did well, I should say, to seek the aid of another in overturning his influence, but I must say it's rather rude, don't you think, to renege on a contract so firmly struck.
A contract made under duress and with deception.
Right. Right.
Look,
Now,
this
look.
is going somewhere. What's going on? Cut to the chase. I'm tired and I want to sleep.
I imagine you are. There is quite a lot going down in this city that you find yourself in. I wish to give you a little bit more power to aid you on it, and to remind you of the deal we once struck. But also, paint a target. But to give you a direction to point your arrow, so to speak. The Empire wishes to set its roots in Shady Creek Run. I do not want that to happen.
Why?
This
not that
is
I
beyond
disagree.
your concern, Morish. It's not for you to know.
Can
It's simply something that I wish to happen.
I get anything, like, insight-wise off of this?
Go ahead and make an insight check. Ooh. This is a grinning, cheerful, dapper gentleman of a devil.
You Raphael'd
And-
me.
Maybe in a manner of speaking.
This motherfucker.
You saucy bitch.
He's Raphael'd me. If I get a song by him while I'm fighting him, goddamn.
He's just, we're gonna be like adventuring somewhere. He's just gonna fucking show up in a bush like, the lion watches the cat or something.
I now demand a Disney villain song.
You may just get it. You may just get it. But you'll have to find out how to fight this motherfucker first. No, you read fucking nothing. He's just grinning, cheerful, charming, and you have no idea what the fuck he wants.
I mean, other than what he's told me. Okay.
Let me be blunt with you, Morish. You will do this one way or the other. You are already bound by the contracts. I cannot change that reality, and neither can you. Well, I can change it, but why would I? I suppose what it comes down to is this. Do you want a little more power to aid you on your way?
No, I think I'm good.
Are you sure? And as you speak, or as he speaks, the world falls away around you, and you find yourself standing in a battlefield You're in Shady Creek Run, in the downtown section of it. You actually see the burnt out skeleton of the Golden Brand beside you, and you see utter mayhem in the streets. Men dying to left, right, and center. Mercenaries waging war with rifles. A ballista is set up on a mobile chariot, and it fires and it spears 3 men through right beside you, and the smell of their innards and their blood splashing out across the street is intense. Many are going to die to this conflict you are about to ignite, Moorish. You could perhaps lessen that a little bit more if your blade struck truer.
And what's the catch?
None at all. This is, in fact, my way of apology to you for using you as a testing ground for that creation of mine. It was perhaps a little unsporting of me to put you through that, and I apologize. And I wish to just give you a little bit of salve.
200 years of fighting myself is unsporting.
It's over now,
Huh.
isn't it?
Is it?
Do you hear the voices?
No, but they stopped when I heard her, not you.
Do you want this power or not? Your blade will strike truer than you have ever known it, my friends. You will pierce the hearts of your enemies with such unerring ease. It will be effortless to you. It will save so many lives, and for no price at all. It's just a gift. Just a gift. My way of apology.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Can I quick save verb? And see which way it goes.
F5, F5.
F5, F5, F5.
No.
Shit, man. I hate you, verb. Fuck.
I am... Let me make one thing clear to you, Moorish. I am Leon Skara. I am a devil of the 9 hells, and I am true to my word. I tell you here and now that this is a gift, given with no concession, expectation, or any other. You have your task, yes, but that is a reality, regardless of whether or not you take it, but I offer it to you. My infernal blessing.
Fine. Do it.
And he grins. A very wide, cheerful grin, leaning back in his chair, toasting a goblet full of red liquid to you. Cheers. Rest well, Moorish.
Cheers.
And as you awake, you find your fingers twitching for the hilt of your rapier. And as you hold it, it feels at one with you, attuned to you, in a way that you have never really felt before, as you gain the infernal accuracy feat.
Okay.
Or eldritch accuracy, let me add that to you.
Gift curse. Oh my lord. Yeah, I got it. I got it. No, I don't. My D&D Beyond is being shit.
Oops. Wonderful. But, alright. The night ends. Your rest has come to you. You all awake, some of you with new powers, some of you with new fears.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'm immediately going to go and talk to Zale.
Hey,
As I
Morris.
go into his room.
Morris.
So I got something. I had a dream last night.
Did I? I've got something to show you.
Mm.
And I'm just going to pull my greatsword out of its sheath slightly.
It immediately casts off a bright, radiant light that is almost hard to look at directly, like staring at the sun.
Jesus Christ, Zale.
I know, right?
That's yeah. Yeah. Does my sword look any different?
Nope, but
No.
as you notice that you hold it in your hands, your fingers do not shake at all. You know how you normally hands tremble a little bit just as the natural course of biology?
Mm.
Yours are like stone.
Okay. I had a funky dream. I met my patron.
The voices.
The voice. Well, no. They were something else. Independent, roaming creature. That, who is now gone, I think. Does the name Leon Skara mean anything to you?
Make a religion check.
Where is it? Where is it? My religion's not very good. Yeah.
Fucking Zilcho, buddy.
No.
Well, that's who I met last night in my dream, and they offered me a gift. No catches, apparently, and it seemed pretty formal. I didn't sign anything. Or agree,
No more of your soul.
Not that I'm aware of. But it's something to watch out for. We'll just keep this between you and I for now.
Devils do not tend to give gifts freely.
Yeah, but you kind of need it. Nothing to howl on the rest of them. Yeah.
Sometimes it's necessary to use the lesser evils to eradicate the greater ones.
It's another problem to add onto the fucking list, isn't it?
Isn't it just? And I'll finish just suiting up, and I will make a beeline for Antoinette.
All right.
Oh, can I make a? Can we take long rests?
Yeah, absolutely. You were not surprisingly ambushed in the sleep by throat-cutting ninjas.
Disappointing,
get
to be
your long
honest.
rest. I know. I have to step up my game, don't I?
Hey, we love having all the spells open. So good.
All right. Anything from anyone else?
Scrying machine.
Scrying machine. That is right. Sorry, Mr. Akron. Go ahead and make a tinkering's tools check for me. So that's intelligence plus proficiency.
Fuck off.
Oh, buddy, that is unfortunate. You settle in for the night, calling it an early night, Mr. Akron, taking up your wine perhaps from dinner and sitting into the desk and just thinking and thinking about this idea, and it just frustrates you a little bit. So that one glass of wine becomes two. 'Cause, yeah, maybe it'll loosen things up. Maybe it'll help you a little bit. 2 glasses becomes 3, and before you know it, you've stopped thinking about the machine altogether.
Okay.
You have to try it again some other time, I suppose. Before you all set out in earnest to begin things for the day, Katu approaches the group as well and says that she has also received a vision in the night. Seems like a pretty popular night for that sort of thing. And she says that she must return to Case Vicarum and see to things there.
Very well.
Do you want help?
No, I think I can manage. I've grown adept at navigating the woods.
Yeah. We can.
Yeah.
Have you had a lozenge? Your voice sounds completely different.
She glares at you.
I give Katu a hug. Tell her
Then
to
she
be safe.
stiffens a lot. Not used to this sort of thing, but then eventually sort of melts into it a little bit. Gives a tight nod. I'll be fine.
My Katu and I have been through it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
100%.
she's a good friend in campaign. So yeah, Morris is pretty gutted that she's leaving.
I'm not dying. or
No, I know,
anything.
but
yeah.
you know, not gonna be with us in the fights to come. He's pretty fuck, be safe.
Yeah, she gives a nod.
Yeah, I'll just put a heavy hand on her shoulder and just be like, best of luck.
Thank you. And she shares a look, a meaningful look between you two. You and Morris as well, and then heads on her way.
Okay.
Okay, let's go see Big
All right.
Antoinette.
You find her not in her workshop. After a certain amount of time, you each individually receive a summons knocking on the doors of your guest rooms. This would have been before any of you met to discuss in private. Fairly early in the morning, like 8 o'clock, 8:30 or so.
She wants to see us individually?
No, actually, the messengers that comes to each of you just basically says, gather your party, meet me at 10 o'clock. It's
Oh.
all very, like, formal and ostentatious and like, oh, this is a big deal? And no, it's just meet, talk with me. But this is how the Trebanes do things around here.
I mean, yeah, when the time comes, I'll eat some food and then go and see Antoinette.
All right. You find her in her study. Behind her desk, another one of those glass windows that seems so popular here in the Trebane Manor. This one depicting the astral sea, similar to what you saw, Morish. An endless plane of stars playing out before her. She looks up from her work as she looks at you all. Keen Eye would discern that she's actually been sketching some sort of schematics for some kind of creation. Good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Morning.
Alright. So, war, is it?
War.
It's
Wonderful.
war.
Any
Indeed
news from
it
the night?
is. Yes, the Dragontots made quite a push. They saw through the flare ruse fairly quickly. They reorganized within about 2 hours, and they sent another wave of mercenaries. My automatons held, but I've suffered 5 casualties. Now, granted, each unit is great, but it's hard to replace them. Very hard to replace them, and she holds up the schematic she's working on. This is a Numa for mass production. Something I can probably whip out much faster than I've been, but it's a great deal of work. Anyway, you don't give a fuck. Look, we can hold out for a little while longer, but I need you to find allies, reinforce my territory, give us numbers so we can push back. We're not gonna make this work otherwise, and for whatever fucking reason I haven't kicked you out of my house yet. So do this for me, make sure we win this war, and you'll have an ally in me for whatever it is you need. I guess I owe you that much.
My first question that I actually wanted to ask you this morning was, you mentioned allies. Do you have anyone in mind?
There are a few Trebane outliers that might be of interest. I know of a few people. One, a group hiding out in the sewers. They've actually taken to flesh crafting in recent days. It's a Trebane practice. Think of it as the creation and modification of creatures to serve our purposes. If you've experienced any time in the sewers, been chased by any recent hounding things, they might be to blame. The man you are looking to speak with is named Lionel. An interesting
Johnson?
fellow.
Lionel.
Lionel.
I immediately said Johnson.
Lionel
Fuck, there's a
Johnson.
mark in the sewers.
Yeah, yeah. Lionel. A Trebane holdout, yeah?
Yes. He is perhaps, of all the holdouts I'm still in contact with, he is probably the least likely to stab you in the back, so I would go to him first if you're going to pursue any of these. There's also another holdout that's made its way into the woods. Not the Savalier Wood, the southern woods. They're camped out near the mountain range by the Kuyan Gorge. There is another Yet that has actually been mingling, so to speak, with the Jagantoths, supposedly as a way of gaining information to feed back to me, but I am dubious to say the least.
So who's the
These are the
people
leads
in the
that come to
woods?
me first.
Who are the people? What's the name of the people in the woods?
Yes, it is a. We use the word coven sometimes for situations like this. Their leader is a woman named Sylvia. Sylvia O'Leary Trebane. And the, as of yet unrevealed, but probably still fucking snakes, a woman named Drira. They have been associating with the Iron Shepherds, I'm told. In her last recent report to me, she said that she was thinking that perhaps she could refill some of their fallen ranks, and, well, we'll see what comes of that, I suppose.
Okay. off table. Are we telling her about the sending stones?
I mean, we don't have to.
Okay.
They don't seem very pertinent.
I mean more that the Jagantos was speaking to the Mardoons. Or maybe the Mardoons. Do you know where I can find Eleanor? An informant in town.
Concretely, it's a little bit difficult. She tends to rove from tavern to tavern. How pressing is it?
I mean, it can wait.
Okay. Give me 4 hours. I will reach out to my informants, and I will likely know where she is by then.
Do you have ways of contacting us if we're not here?
She gives you like a semi-withering look, like what the fuck kind of question is that?
I don't
And
know.
just snaps her fingers, and a little flash of light appears. And she says, "Yes, Morris, we have our ways."
Great. Treat me like a fucking child, but great.
Don't ask questions like a fucking child.
It was an honest question. I don't know the extent of your abilities. We've spoken like 3 times.
She shakes her head.
Morish, this woman is clearly a powerful artificer. You should show a little bit more respect.
I just shake my head
Yes,
at Akron.
Morish.
Yeah,
You should.
probably. But, you know, I haven't got
Speaking
this
of
far.
powerful artificers, I noticed these lot have a coin to get back into the maze. May I please procure one from you?
Ah, yes, and she looks at you for the first time, Akron, and regards you with a little bit of interest. Tell me, you've attached yourself to this band of ne'er-do-wells somewhat in the 11th hour, just as everything is getting most interesting. What is your name, newcomer?
Akron Art. Gentleman, scholar, soldier.
And why is it that you've attached yourself to this group, Akron Art?
Well, I was in the area. Thought I'd drop by. They're quite known throughout the run. They were very easy to find, a lot of name drops. And now they've told me some very interesting things which I would like to further understand. As a scholar
Ma-
myself.
Make either a persuasion check or deception check. Your choice. You can whisper it to me if you like.
Hold on. Okay, let me do that. It's like slash RGM, right?
Yeah.
Nope,
Slash
that did not
W to
work.
whisper, then slash R to roll.
Did that even work?
I do see it, but the rolling didn't work. But go ahead and just... Yeah, why don't you just roll the d20, and then
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
can like
do that.
DM me whatever it is. Okay. For a total of...
Hold on.
Okay.
Everyone's being fucky.
Yeah, your sheet's being very slow to load. D&D Beyond is being a real slut, I have to say. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah, I
It
just sent it to you
is.
on Discord.
I took a long rest and it took my total hit points from 104 to 94. I'm
Oh
devastated.
jeez. That's quite a loss. Okay. Antoinette regards you with squinted eyes, narrowing them at you, peering into you. Ah, you're using that. Okay,
Mhm.
for a total of... Okay. And at the moment when
Give her
you're...
a bit of a wink to end.
give her a bit of a wink, and she smiles a little bit, and then leans back in her chair. Well, these are rather interesting times. I suppose you would find yourself compelled to associate with these fellows who are at the heart of it. Very well,
Better
yes.
safety than a bunch of big, brutish, sorry, Mosh, vagabonds.
They are vagabonds. I don't know why you're apologizing. They're very strange people. But you asked for a token. You shall have it. And she
Much
reaches into her
appreciated.
desk and pulls out 2 medallions on like sort of like lanyard strings, and hands out one to you, Akron, and one to Mish, who accepts it and looks at it like he's thinking of how much he can sell it for.
Mish, that'll let you get back into the place.
What if I don't want to go back in, Bosh?
That's a pretty good-ish
Then I-
impression, actually.
Then I guess I will need to pay someone else to accompany me.
Oh, I don't want to stop getting paid. All right,
Then you will hold on to the coin.
I guess I will.
Excuse him. Rocks or brains?
I can see that. Yes, not very much shining behind those eyes of his. Boy, that's awfully rude. And then she says, "Well, yes, but it's true." All right. Anything else from the rest of you? What are your plans? Who do you wish to speak with?
I think we're gonna head to the sewers, probably. See if we can't get old Lionel
Very well.
on our side.
He seems like a prudent
Old man
enough plan.
Johnson.
Old man Johnson. Oh, Long Johnson. And maybe see if we can hit some Jagantoth stuff today.
Very well. I should also tell you that while the holdouts will make a decent first step, it will hardly be enough to win this war. They're heavy hitters, at least these survivors that I know of, but they can't hold ground. Sooner or later, you'll need to find sources for other men and soldiers to commit to the cause. Likewise, I can see that you all are quite adept killers of men. You've shown me that yesterday, but no matter how well you fight, you can only ever hold one location. And sooner or later, this war will come to claiming and maintaining territory. Just something to keep in mind. I'll reach out as well, do what I can, but for the time being, as it was before, I will have my hands full with keeping the mansion itself secured.
Okay. Let's head out then. Do you know where in the sewers he is? Real quick.
You'll have to give me time. Give me an hour. I'll send a message to you.
Right, yeah.
Alright. Done and done? Out of my office then. You stink rather badly.
Wow. Let's do
Or
it.
perhaps you could help me wash then. I'm joking.
She make a charisma check.
Ah, fuck.
I kind of tap him on the arse and give him guidance.
Okay.
Okay, so add.
Hey,
is
wow.
it one?
1d4.
Is it 1d4?
Yeah.
1d4.
Yeah.
Okay. Big money, big money.
Hey!
That is big money. That is very big money.
That's a total of
Seven.
20. She gives you a look, Zale, as you say this, and her eyes
Yeah.
trail from, well, maintaining pretty respectful eye contact down to like the nape of your neck and your collarbone, and the broad length of your shoulders.
I'm fucking jacked, yo.
You are a very, very big man. Father always told me to... Well, he was always telling me how savage, filthy, and utterly uncivilized you non-elven kind were. I might see if he was correct someday. But not today. Out of my office.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna do the proper villain thing where they put the hand on their cape when they turn, so they flutter as they turn, and then walk out. So like
She gives
the
a
bellowing
brief
cape as they leave.
She gives like a brief out of the corner of her eyes glance at that
I'm
as you turn
gonna
and leave.
cast Thaumaturgy on his cape so it makes the whoosh sound.
Whoosh. Yeah, it's very cool.
Being the biggest wingman, Akron. I love it.
Engage Operation Get Sail Laid.
Yeah.
Operation Personal Warbot is a go.
All right. You make your way out of the office of Antoinette Trebane, down through the halls. As you pass, a few Trebane like scribes and wizards pass you by, and they give you almost deferential looks, but almost terrified looks as well. You get the sense that whatever it was that Antoinette saw through her scrying eyes, these have seen as well, and they're more than a little bit scared of what they have seen. But they give you room to pass, and you make your way out, emerging back in the foyer of the Trebane mansion through that same portal that you pushed out of before.
Oh fuck! I want to ask for grenades. Never mind. Too late.
Nah, if you would you want to ask of Antoinette?
Was there was somewhere we went to requisition materials before, wasn't there? In the hideout.
There was in the mansion before it fell. There was a quartermaster that you spoke with, but As it was, I don't recall you speaking to anyone.
No, she
within this,
brought
like, inner
items to
sanctuary
us
area.
when we were in the sanctuary.
Yes.
Yes. I'm just gonna like go back in after my dramatic exit and be like, I actually forgot to ask. The enemies were very, very grouped up, and we were lacking in AOE. I'm for some reason using a gaming term in real life. Do you have any grenades?
You know, you seem like markedly less sexy than I thought you were 5 seconds ago. But very well. If it is a request to you, I will have one of my scribes intercept you on the way out. There are a few odds and ends that I could spare.
Thank you.
On the way out, I'm gonna speak to Strom, and I'm gonna say, does that gun of yours require bullets? I'm guessing.
Correct.
I'm gonna chuck him 15 bullets.
Nice gesture. Thank you very much.
No worries. I have a few on me. I don't tend to use my gun so much, but so if you need them, let me know.
Appreciated.
That reminds me, do any of you have the adamantine bullets? I know I handed those out a little while ago.
No, I
but
think,
don't remember if they were-
Did you not give those to Ish?
Yeah, Ish had them.
Ah, that would do it.
Yeah.
That would do it. Yeah, he is dead as disco.
Yeah.
And his bullets with them.
Yeah.
Oh well.
As we're walking out, I will just lean onto Moorish and I'm like, hushed tones-ish, kind of, not really, but just be like, I forgot to mention I was excited by the sword. The lady informs me Lorenzo must die within 5 days.
Yeah. Okay.
If I was able
Or
to see
it's
their
going
lips.
to be, or it's going to be bad.
Fireball. What?
Ignore that. That was an accident.
Yeah.
I was doing
Dex
that.
saves! Dex saves! Quickly!
19 right now.
As
I
Akron
was-
immediately turns and scorches the entirety of the Trebane's inner sanctum.
I also cast heat metal on Zale.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. It's,
Oh,
I great weapon master attacking binding smite and level 3 smite.
you have to get to me first, bitch. I cast fly as a concentration spell.
I misty step up to you and do the one swing in midair.
there you go. One swing is
Actually,
all you
no.
needs, baby.
I'll misty step up to you and then grapple you. Good luck flying while I'm hanging on to you.
Strom just steps back and starts rolling a cigarette.
Morris watches as well and asks for one. Oh, yeah.
Passes one to Morris and rolls another for himself. Takes out a little metal Zippo-sized implement, breaks in half. Flint.
Nice.
In the background, you see me pile driving Akron from a height of 60
Into the
feet.
fountain.
I'll just say to Morris, is this an often occurrence? Or...
No, not often.
Zale's not impulsive at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Nope.
we usually set things on fire, I would say, but
I have heard.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So another long rest?
all right. So that
All right,
scene
let's
played
go,
out in
let's
all
go.
of your collectives' heads as the
As we're walking out
immediately
together.
Your brains are tapped into the same theater of the mind, and then you shake your heads and know you're back in reality. None of that ever happened. Are you going fucking insane? Maybe. It's been a pretty eventful couple of weeks.
It's your game, dude. You tell us.
Zale has ADHD. He's just walking
Hey,
like, I
man.
wonder what it'd be like to pile driver someone from 60 feet.
Just intrusive thought simulator letting them win, man. Yeah,
Let's
no,
roll.
like, you make your way to the exit. Zale, as you're about to step through the portal, as Antoinette promised, a young elven wizard comes up to you, sort of mousy blonde hair, downcast eyes, not making eye contact as he approaches, and he has in his hands a small crate, which he hands out to you.
Thanks, you.
Look me in the eyes, boy.
Don't listen to him. On your way.
Make an intimidation check, Zale. Make a persuasion check, Moorish.
I give
His,
Zale,
chari-
I
his
give,
charisma's nuts now.
I give Zale guidance.
He beats me anyway.
Hey!
Nice.
Yeah. Though he hears the word from you, Moorish, he is more immediately compelled by this looming, massive figure directly in front of him as he hands up the crate. And he forces himself to look up, and he makes eye contact, and he has sort of deep brown eyes, slanted eyes a little bit, almost like Asian in features. And he is very terrified and very young. This kid looks like 16 years old,
You gotta
maybe.
stop scaring the kids, Zale. It's not okay.
I was actually going to be nice. He was staring at the floor. You are far too young to be holding your head down low. Chin up. And I just look him in the eyes and I say thank you as I take the grenades.
You understand
He gives
how
a nod
you understand
and
how
then
scary you
turns
are.
stiffly on his heel.
I'd like to feel I'm very approachable.
Big 6'7" man in plate mail wielding a greatsword. You're exceptionally approachable.
I'm 6'8".
Oh, 6'8". Sorry. Sorry, it's hard to tell from down here.
Gentlemen, you're both as barbaric as each other. Come on.
Thank you, Akron. See?
But Cyril is much
Barbaric.
taller. So he's naturally scarier.
Exactly.
Thank you, Bucks McGee.
No worry, dum-dum.
All right, let's go. How many
All
grenades?
You find within 2, what you recognize actually as firestorm grenades, because Katsu had one in her hands long ago. 2 firestorm grenades, 2 that looked like little metal like stars, sort of spines poking out in every direction, and 2, they're glass as well, but there's like a greenish fume within them.
Before the boy goes, I ask him what they are.
Yes, sir. These 2, and he points to the glass canisters filled with orange liquid, firestorm grenades. Very lethal, but a rather limited blast range. These are what my mistress prefers to call star brights. They're very bright. They will blind the eyes of those who look into them. And these, killing clouds. They're clouds that kill, or so I was told.
Excellent. Thank you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he turns stiffly on his heels and marches off at a very quick pace. But, for your words, not quite looking so close to the ground, and looking a little less terrified than he did moments ago. Alright.
Let's rumble.
As you guys make your way out, I forget if I actually made those as actual items. I know the firestorm grenades are in there, but, because they were actually grenades that Antoinette's robot would have shot at you if you had gotten into a fight with her. So I have the abilities, I just don't know if I have them as D&D Beyond items. But anyway, add those into your sheet, and I will take care of that later.
I'm gonna grab one firestorm grenade.
Oh,
Yeah, I can only add 1 firestorm, but no, I'll just add them to there and then
nice, nice. Okay. Yeah, as you guys make your way out into the mansion and the foyer of the mansion, the bodies have all been cleaned up, and you actually see some Chebane house servants, not elves. These ones they look like hired help, humans, a couple of halflings here or there, mopping up the blood. One of them is getting to work on repairing some of the broken windows that you all made. Looks like things are underway.
As we walk through and I'm seeing the blood, I'll just start using prestidigitation to clean up bits of it as I walk through.
As you're doing this, an old halfling woman who is about to set to mopping looks up and says, "Oh, thank you, my lord."
Hey, not bad. You'll get there.
Fuck you. But thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Yeah. Keep walking.
Okay. Little did you know, you did a great kindness to the 500-year-old wizard of Thay, and she will remember this deed now. All right.
I would love that. Some old lady. That old lady saves me in the middle of the battle with her mop.
Unfortunately, the dementia kicks in. Now she doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
As you make your way to the front gate of the mansion, which is now, you see the watchtower behind you is manned by a stiff 4-legged automaton. The legs sort of like curve. They're like spider legs almost, and they shoot out in every direction on this like rotating, like spinning, like turreted kind of thing at the top. It's just a big old fuck off cannon with 4 legs, and it's just sitting there, happy as can be at the top of that watchtower.
Nice.
Is that similar to Akron's cannon? Was it different? In any way?
Yeah, it's kind of the same principle. It basically just shoots. Well, this one, your cannon is force-based, so it just shoots a bolt of pure elemental energy. Whereas this one, you can see a ratcheting, reloading mechanism that has massive, not bolts, but just long spikes of metal. Each
Brutal.
spike is maybe about the length of a javelin.
God,
That's
no.
actually really brutal. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
damn.
messed up.
At least
Um,
mine disintegrates you or something. I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
leave you bleeding out on the floor.
It might snap you in half. Who knows? I don't know.
I'll let you know when it hits something. Ha!
But when it does,
The,
it'll do a lot of damage.
The automaton listens to these words and gives no reaction.
Oh. Anyway, keep walking.
All right. As you guys are making your way down the road, at this point, Mish pipes up and says, "Well, I've heard that we're about to go into quite a war. Now, I can tell you, I've got some buddies who might be interested in a little bit of war. If you could promise a bit of clinky clink."
I'll chuck him
Are
10
you speaking
platinum
of the
and get him.
misfits?
The
Yes.
misfits.
The misfits!
Yes.
The gnomish kneecap is our specialty. And he mimes
Ish.
swinging a baseball bat at someone's knees.
We will pay
Ish,
your
my
friends.
dear small murderer. We are
My
about to
name's
go to war.
Mish.
Close enough. We are about to go to war with 4 crime families, and I'm sure they have ample coin for you and your friends.
Well, coin in the future is nice, but what about coin right now?
I'll
He
chuck,
rubs his
I mean-
fingers together.
I'll chuck him 10 platinum.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give you guidance as well.
Me make a persuasion check.
Yes,
Okay.
for the 10 platinum. Oh wow, 29. A nice little taste for the future. I think this will serve well. All right, I'll see you all later. And as he goes, he starts flipping the platinum coins in the air and catching them, getting a little juggling routine going.
Sweet. I've taken it out of my inventory.
By the way,
Alright.
please tell Coach that is now canon. The misfits.
Oh, it's been canon.
It's canon.
It's been canon. No, that was actually the name he picked. Did you not know
Is
that?
it actually? No, I did not
Yeah.
know that. He doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah. No,
He
that
tells you half. He tells me the other half. I don't know.
The
Yeah, yeah.
misfits is perfect.
the misfits. I actually had characters drawn up in case he got the idea to recruit them mid-fight, but he did not. The misfit scoundrel.
Oh, I love
but
it.
anyway.
Gnomes. Just an army of gnomes.
Yeah, an
Oh
army
yeah,
of
it is
gnomes.
it's literally just like the gnomes you put on your lawn.
Yep.
Right,
But they have crossbows.
So, allies. We need to wait an hour for the sewers, don't we?
Yes.
So as we walk in...
It'll take some time to even get into South Clover anyway, so as you're making your way there, the time will probably line up.
Okay.
But anything else that comes to mind for any of you,
I was
or is
just
it straight there?
gonna see if I could disguise myself as a dwarf. I've checked they're between 4 and 5 feet tall, and I'm 5'11" in game, so I'll be a tall dwarf.
Yeah, you can be a tall dwarf. What's the color of your tall dwarf beard?
Oh, like deep red.
Deep red.
Yeah,
Classic.
like in
All
two
right.
tassels pointing outwards at angles towards the ground. Bold
Oh,
head.
hell yeah.
Like bold head except for big long at the sides. Like proper bold pate.
Is your weapon still the same, or is it dwarfish?
Yeah, I'd say it's changed just to a short sword in look.
Okay. Okay, nice.
And basically, if there's any taverns on the way, I'm just gonna like go peek in and see if I see any mercenary bands.
Okay. As you guys are moving through North Clover, sort of just walking down the street, navigating, you find markedly less mercenary presence, less than you might have expected considering the war. No bands out and about at all, actually. You had sort of gotten used to the sight of these roving gangs looking for you. None of that anymore. It almost... Business as usual is not the right way to describe it. Things are still tense on the street. There's still a lot of suspicion and general like tension and tightness to everything, but you also don't see armed guards everywhere. You get the sense that in the air, this like feeling in the air, shit's going down and everyone recognizes it, but there's no one actively brandishing guns.
Okay. Cool. Just keep walking.
Just keep walking.
Are we all with Noodle right now?
Sorry, say that again.
Are we all going with Noodle? Or is Noodle doing a solo mission?
Just like as we're walking, I'll just like if I see a tavern, I'm just gonna like pop in and take a look.
Okay, gotcha.
And then like come back out and
Okay.
keep walking.
All right. Yeah, moving into the taverns, like on the insides in particular, see very like tight huddles of people sticking close to their tables and the bars. Not as much. Well, make a perception check for me.
I finally get to use my new and improved perception. I'm gonna roll terribly. Watch. Oh no, I didn't.
I'm.
Big.
Wow, 25.
Oh, yeah, I got
high
plus
roller.
+7 on my perception now, baby.
God damn, motherfucker! Level 9 treated you well.
I got skill expert, so I picked up expertise in perception, so I don't have to feel scared about moving forward on my own anymore.
Nice, nice, nice. All right. Yeah. Actually, what you notice as you're moving through is you pay a special care and pay a special attention to the specific words that are being spoken, and you learn as you're moving through that there are actually a number of Jagantoth operatives, and not just Jagantoths, the Mardoons as well, the Utalots. Everyone is recruiting everyone right now. Everyone with a sword and a sling, a single, like 2 coppers to their name, anyone who's got any means at all of going to war is currently in the middle of discussion, taking sides, meeting out coin.
Do I hear of any meeting places in amongst this?
With a 25 perception, roll a d6 for me. You want a 4, 5, or 6. This is a pure luck check. Ooh, buddy. You do, in fact, hear of one meeting between a local gang of not quite mercenaries, they're more like thugs. They don't even have a name, really, but there's some street toughs that are looking to make a name for themselves, and they're going to be meeting with a Jagantoth representative very soon in South Clover, near one of the old farmsteads, an abandoned place. They don't have a name for that either, but you know what you're talking about as they say it.
Okay, I will relay this to the party as we're walking, and suggest maybe we should take a look at that as our first stop before we get the information from Antoinette about where these people in the sewers are. We need a lot of allies. Anyone we can pick up will be good.
And what do you plan to do, may I ask? You want to go talk? Or are we going to go as we usually do, guns a-blazing?
We'll see if we can arrive before the Jagantoths. If they're already there, then we kill the Jagantoths and we speak to the upstarts about paying.
I'm not gonna lie, Akron. We normally have every intention of talking.
I mean, let me see what I can do before anyone kicks off. Akron, I think you should join me as we go out. And the rest of you lay in wait.
The more I travel with you guys, the more I think maybe Ish and I got a bit lucky when you didn't come kill us.
Yeah, you were. You were very close to us.
I'm not even gonna lie,
yeah,
you were.
Yeah, we were very close to trying to kick your ass.
Oh, that would have been terrible. The 3 of you would have died.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway.
Yes, no, I shall come with you. What is your plan?
Let's go and find this meeting, and we'll scout it out. See what's going on. If the Jagantoths are there, we try and intercept them. Prove that we're the stronger option, and then get the other ones onto our side.
I'm with you.
Okay, let's do it. And then if not, you can chuck one of your nifty spells in the middle of them.
I shall do just that.
I have something as well that I'm guessing you've told us that you've got Fireball now in game. Because I'm pretty sure you said it.
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, I've got some good things to pin a lot of people
down.
Don't
worry, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got something that I can pin a lot of people down with if it comes to it, and we can get the fuck out if we need to.
Okay. Sure thing.
All right. A plan is made. Words are spoken, they cannot be taken back. You make your way, redirecting towards South Clover. This place, one of the more prominent farmsteads, owned by a now decrepit family. It used to be pretty big in Shady Creek Run. Akron, you know this. Sort of cattle barons who thought to make their way up north, out of the Empire and away from its taxes, and perhaps start a monopoly in this area, as it were. They did pretty well for themselves in the first few years. Then the Mardoons saw what they were doing and decided, well, why don't we just take their shit? And then they took their shit, and now there's no cattle barons anymore.
Classic South Africa did how.
So here you stand. As you make your way up on towards the abandoned farmstead. The fields have gone fallow. Old crops. Some of them are still germinating. There's still a few like edible. You see some stalks of corn here and there. Places where there might have been pastures. And sitting on the front steps of the old farmhouse is a human man with sort of like lightly stubbly beard, salt and pepper, gray eyes. You're currently about 200 feet away down the road. He hasn't locked onto you yet, but it's only a matter of time given how distinctive your party is.
Okay.
You just see him sitting there.
I'm gonna recast Disguise Self to look like a tiefling. Similar skin color to Akron, but different. In the same sort of clothes as well. Scholarly, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so I think I'd said he's basically just wearing a half plate, and he's got his cloak of protection kind of around that to sort of hide that.
Okay. Then I'll stick with the armor that I've got on, and just like make a cloak sort of appear as well within this illusion.
He's also, I forgot to mention as well, he's got like some pretty nifty glasses on.
Okay. I mean that's
Nice.
Yeah.
Nifty is.
And then once I've done that, I'm gonna spin round and I'm gonna cast invisibility on Strom and Zale.
Okie dokie. Yeah. You feel the familiar to you, Strom, having had this spell cast on you numerous times in your work as a Trebane operative. Spell of invisibility go over you. It's an odd feeling, like a tight, prickly sensation all across your entire body.
Copy.
Alright.
You two get in position and keep eyes out. I say to the invisible Zale and Strom.
And I'll silently move away as silent as I can be. As
Make a stealth check.
man.
Just for shits and giggles, make a stealth check.
You know how this ends.
It'd be a standard one
Straight,
because he's
straight roll,
invisible.
straight roll, because yeah, you have invisibility. I'm just curious.
Shall I make one as well?
This is more for humor, but go ahead. 9, you jingle, jangle, jingle on your way. You're not quiet
just
at
some
all.
really heavy footsteps in the floor from the weight. Just
And
like
Strom,
clang,
you don't even mean to, Strom. It's just a matter of instinct. You use the sound of Zale's clanging about as cover and make your way silently into place, and no one will ever know where the fuck you are forever. Okie dokie. Morris and Akron, you are Morris. You are disguised. Akron, you are your charming self. This man is sitting on the stoop.
Shall
Is
we?
it just him, or is anybody else around?
Make a perception check.
Can I also look around?
Make a perception check. 16. 20. 20. Nice. At first glance, yeah, it's just the one guy. And then you look a little deeper, eyes peering, and you begin to notice that's a gun barrel sticking out of that window over there. And that looks very humanoid, that mound of foliage. And you notice this man has guards positioned everywhere, like a snare setup almost.
Point them out to Akron.
Yeah, I see a few of them. That one in the hay bale I did not see though.
Yeah.
Are these Jagantots? Can we confirm?
At that point, it would be a history check.
Verb.
Yeah.
Would I know? God damn, man. What is it with you and rolling nat ones on history?
You're plus 13, and
Like,
you,
I actually want to fuck my own face right now.
you have no idea.
Would I know of, in my time of being around, which religions preach the most?
What's your play here? What are you thinking?
To approach as a preacher.
Okay. Make a religion check.
Can it not be history, as in, like, knowing
It can,
from...
sure, it can be history. It can be history.
Oh, it's still bad. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
boy.
It doesn't matter.
Motherfucker. You get the real bright idea. Well, you're a tiefling, right? Why not just preach in Asmodeus' name?
Asmodeus, that's not a good idea. It can't be a good idea.
Akron gives you guidance. It's seems like it could be. No, okay, maybe as you're thinking about this, okay, maybe Asmodeus would get me.
Give
Well,
me.
we're in Shady Creek Run, right? Like, would they really care about devil worshippers? Who knows?
Fuck. I know the accepted gods within the Empire, don't I?
Yeah.
Ioun, Lathander, not Lathander. Palor,
Not Lathander,
Palor, all of that.
Palor is one. Arathis is one.
The Thunder is a
Ioun.
recently started religion.
Yeah, the Raven Queen is one. There's
Bahamut.
another one I can't remember.
Bahamut.
Yeah, that's another one as well. I think those are the 5.
I'd probably be Palor because he's like the one of life and light, isn't he?
Yes, that is correct.
He's that one.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Palor. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm gonna run this by Akron. Like, what do you think? Approaches, preachers. See if we can get an eye on what's going on. Or should we just go in and
Well-
fucking talk to them about it?
Well, they are expecting some upstarts, are they not?
Yeah.
We could pretend to be set upstarts.
We don't know
engage.
who. We don't know who they are.
Oh, but they don't know who we are,
Yeah, but if they're the Jagantoffs, they're not
and
gonna
we're
be.
the upstarts.
Okay, so we need to get it out of them. Oh, fucking hell. Okay, we can try, I suppose. Yeah, let's do it.
You know, if shit hits the fan, I have got my trusty sidekick, magical cannon.
Yeah, I mean, I can do some shit. It's fine. And we've got Strom and Zale out there somewhere.
I say we walk in, we act super confident, we ask some questions, we answer some questions, and we see what happens. What's the worst that could happen?
We get shot and killed. But yeah, let's give it a go.
I can think of much worse ways to die.
Mm-hmm.
For example, never mind.
Alright, let's do it.
Just a scholar to know. As you approach, the man on the stoop notices you coming, sees the 2 tieflings, and there is the briefest look of like a look of coming alert over him, but then he shifts over, looks back. Look, he's like very much the image of a guy just minding his own business right now, loitering alone on the stoop of some abandoned farmstead. Kind of normal in Shady Creek Run, actually.
Except for all the people hiding and laying in wait with weapons, of course.
Of course.
Limbo underneath a gun barrel sticking out a window or something.
There is indeed. What do you say? What do you do?
Greetings.
Hello, greetings, sir. My trusty friend and I have some words for you, but I'm gonna let him do the talking. I'm gonna pat says Morsh on the back and give him guidance again.
So I believe the offer was work, wasn't it?
A change comes over him almost immediately. Make a deception check for me. Just sort of preliminary to set the tone for how things go.
Please. 15.
15. He gives you a considering look. Yeah, okay. Work. You the guys? I thought there would be more of you.
We don't need more of us. Let's talk, shall we?
Well, we don't need more of us right now. We have more in the wings, but we are here as emissaries. Negotiations.
Bring us
Given
some
that's-
peace and offers.
Bringers of peace to our allies, not our enemies.
It's a real high and mighty words. Last we talked, y'all were just a group of fucking street toughs. Young kids with barely more than the clubs at your sides. When did you get all high and mighty all of a sudden?
Got it on a
We
reputation somehow.
read a dictionary. All of us. We read the same dictionary, and we learned some very big words.
What the fuck ever. Okay. You want to talk work? Let's talk work. I'm just telling you straight up, not much room for negotiation here unless you've proven yourselves in some way. It's 100 gold ahead for jumping into this war. Maybe more if you come out at the end of it alive. You tell that to the rest of your boys. I don't know why the fuck you're getting so hopped up about it, but... That sound fair?
That
And
sounds-
who are we going to war against?
I thought we made this pretty clear the last time we... Come to think of it, did I even talk to a tiefling? Who the fuck
I
are
was
you?
out-
What's your name?
Oh, I was out doing some other business. You did not meet me.
You were out doing some other business, but
Yes, I
clearly
was
you
doing
know
some
so
other
much
business.
about this business to come and talk to me instead of
The
anyone
boys
else I
informed
spoke
me,
to,
obviously.
huh?
The boys obviously informed me when I got back.
Make a deception check.
A deception check.
Now that they've closed and started negotiations with this chap, how
Ay,
far
fuck.
away from me and Zale are they at the minute?
How far away do you want to be? You would have had plenty of time to move. Sail, with that 9 stealth, I'm saying it's still holding. Yeah, you can't get very far from where you were. without
I'm
attracting
not getting
attention.
very close because I know my own limitations with stealth.
But Strom, with a 20 stealth, you could get as close as you want to be. You
Yeah, I'll
could
get-
probably invisible. You could probably sneak up right the fuck behind this guy if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'll do that.
confident.
I'll do that.
Okay, okay. Yeah, Akron, as you're speaking, this guy's eyes narrow.
I'm gonna pull my gun
What
and
did you
shoot
say
him.
your name was again, bud?
Oh, I didn't say what my name was. My name is Gideon.
Gideon. And what's your name, bud? And he looks at you, Morris.
Dale.
Okay, okay, Gideon and Dale. Get the fuck off my stoop.
I wish it didn't have to come to this, you know. And I'm
And
gonna.
I stood right behind this guy invisible.
You stood right behind this guy invisible.
Well- Listen, friend, we're just here for work. There's no need for this hostility. We're just trying to make sure we get all the details ironed out.
Get the fuck off my stoop.
I'm gonna pull my gun and shoot him.
I'm gonna
Holy
fireball him.
shit.
I'm gonna take my blade and run him through from behind.
All of you make attack rolls. Strom, you're at advantage. Morris and Akron, you are straight. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay, let me draw out this map, because it seems we're going to war. Okay. Alright, 21. Oh, wow, yeah, no. That would hit Mr. Strom. 11 points of fire damage, sure thing.
13.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the thing. That's
The
correct.
thing.
Okay. This is sort of like the farmhouse here. There's a front stoop where the guy is sitting. There's like a long picket fence running beside, sort of like that. Fallow fields behind and around. The verb map engine is cooking.
We love it. It looks like it's rendering it out. I love it.
Bro, I
there's
just
a
bought a new
few-
PC. What is this bullshit?
Few buildings behind an alleyway here, and you did spot, indeed, a hay bale. Sort of right here in the middle of the road. Kind of a weird thing. It drew your attention straight away. Why is there just a random wagon with a bunch of hay in the middle of the road with no horse?
It's a definite fire hazard. Hint,
Yeah,
hint.
extremely. like
fucking-
the
a
fire
fucking-
inspectors really should have they'd have a field day with this place.
A fucking, like the Looney Tunes, the gun barrel just slowly comes out from behind.
All right, Mr. Zale, I'm gonna place you here in sort of. Actually, I'm gonna have you off screen, and you're gonna have to spend a turn probably running up,
Okay.
because you would have had to be that far away to not jingle, jingle, jingle all over the place.
Jingle, jangle, jangle. I'm so happy.
Well,
Jingle,
so
lap,
he-
jingle,
I'll-
jingle.
yeah.
I'll still
I
be
got
invisible when I run in, won't I?
You will be. That's correct. Let me put
Mhm.
that on your sheet before I forget. Da-ba-doop-a-doo. Where's a ninja mask? I like the ninja mask. There you are. Okay, Akron's there. Strom, you are sort of right here. And the man that you were attacking, let's see. I'll give him he's a mercenary
dead.
captain. He's just in
He's
disguise.
dead.
I mean, most likely, yes, but you know, we'll see. We'll see.
With a surprise attack, would I have just attacked the once or both attacks?
You could do both attacks, yeah.
Would
For
I be
sure.
able to do both attacks?
This is sort of like a quick draw reaction. Let's say one attack for Akron and Morris.
Yeah,
Um,
no worries.
I only get one attack
Is
in
it-
general.
Is
Ah,
just
that
the
makes
one
sense.
attack advantage? Because as soon as I hit him once, invisibility drops. Or
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
So just make one straight attack roll.
25.
See if that hits.
Hot damn.
All right. Yeah, that'll
I think that
fucking
misses,
do it.
dude. I think that misses.
Actually, this guy's got 26 AC. It's his clothes are magically enchanted from the hair of the gods.
He suddenly
Okay.
yells, "I have backstab-proof armor," and it does not.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely how it works. Okay, so we're looking at a total of 13 points of fire damage from Mr. Akron. We have 12 points of damage from that first attack, and 8 points of piercing damage from Order as Morris shoots him in the fucking head. Another 8 points of damage from the second. Yeah, he's dead as disco. Morris, you quickly draw the gun from your hip and shoot him in the chest. As Akron, you blast him in the chest as well, following up on that same wound, and the flame scorches through him. And then suddenly a black blade emerges from his chest, once wrenching up through, and his eyes widen. He goes to scream, but a hand covers his mouth, and he just gargles out blood onto your fingertips as you stab him again, and he dies in your arms, Strom. Motherfuckers, roll initiative.
I'm just dying in your arms tonight.
Alright.
Just
There's a
the
skirmisher.
fucking knife.
Ah, fuck.
Okay.
Oh,
Group
9 initiative, Highlander.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
It's tactical. You got to spread it out.
Yeah, of course. You don't just take them all out immediately.
I'm giving you guys a chance. That's
Okay.
Much
Yeah, that looks
appreciated.
good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We have to show off a little bit. We can't let you have all the fun.
I am nothing if not magnanimous.
I can see that. I can see that. Alright. Immediately, as this man just fucking dies, gets eviscerated for no reason, a sudden burst of violence, coming out from the foliage, known to you, Akron and Morris, you clock his position, a man in a threadbare white shirt, open at the chest, comes out wielding a blunderbuss in his hands. He's gonna step out 15, 25 feet. Ah, fuck, I was really hoping to just collect the paycheck. Why are you motherfuckers making me work? And they're gonna... The first blunderbuss shot goes at you, Morris.
That misses.
What's your AC?
20.
20, so that's a whole miss. A blast of pellets shoots out before you, but you evade it completely, and they just fly over your shoulder. And my roll 20 does not like me right now, but that's okay. Ah, fuck! That's... Fuck! He raises his flintlock pistol and takes another shot. And that misses as well. This is really not going so well. Okay, fuck. And that is his turn. He's gonna spend the rest of his turn panicking. Zale, I take it you're running up?
I will run up to this man. Oh no, I'm off screen, aren't I?
You are off screen. With your full movement, I'd get you like right there, and I'll give you like 15 feet of leeway.
Okay, I will 5, 10, 15. I will step up and I will attack this matey.
Okay, can you attack as a bonus action? Because the way I'm interpreting is that you have to use your...
I've dashed. Okay, no,
Yes.
that's fine. I will stand next to him and just be like invisible.
Yeah, but he definitely heard you running up this massive wall of sound just approaching, jingle, jangle, jingle, and he looks over and he sees where two massive, like, boot prints in the mud of the ground, and he's like, oh, fuck.
Is this the predator just fucking running up to him?
Yeah, when like Billy looks like outwards just before he dies and he sees like this shimmering light. And
Yeah,
he's like,
exactly that, exactly.
Nothing strikes him. There's just two footprints on the floor in front of him, and he's like,
He's a predator. If the predator had a penchant for carrying around like phenomenal amounts of pots and pans, and just
If the predator was one of those one-man bands, with like the snare drum hooked up to his feet.
Alrighty, Mr.
I'll end my turn.
Stromdaskar. Lovely. You've just killed this man, stabbing him twice in the back. He is gurgling blood at your feet, looking up.
Yeah, it's Rifleman 1's turn.
He's not on the inventory list.
Oh shit!
That's way too high in initiative.
I see. My initiative is fucked up from the last battle because I never cleared it. Okay, I gotta take care of that.
He's on a 9.
I need all of you to roll again.
Oh no!
I hate you.
And you know what? Because I don't want to care to remember, it's just a fresh initiative roll. Why not?
Oh, you cunt.
I had. Okay.
That's a bit better.
Okay. Descending. Okay.
Strom, you need to
Um,
click your token when you roll initiative.
Who I do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so click your token, then click to
'cause
D&D
you're not-
Beyond page, and then roll initiative, and it'll come through.
Fuck's sake.
You can also click your token, and in the top left corner, you'll see a button that says Roll Initiative, and that will
But that
do it
doesn't
Oh,
always
there as
work.
well.
Wow. So I went from a 23 to a 5. All right.
I'll set you to a 23. Why not? And you know what? That means our current state of narration can hold. Strom, it is your turn.
Hmm.
Zale got a free move up, essentially. I love that.
Yeah, you
I'm saying nothing.
did. That's fine. That's fine. Let my incompetence be your boon.
Not
And my
Acron's,
down.
though.
And my
Not
downfall.
Akron.
Only.
Sorry, bud.
Just change it to a 17, Acron. Do it.
Okay. It's done.
If I got 30 feet of movement. Yeah. 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I can just about close with this chat.
He looks up from his gun, which is empty. He swivels it on you and tries to fire. Clicks. Oh, right. They only have one shot. Oh, fuck.
I'll take 2 swings with the Seanvel.
Go for it.
Oh, that's a nat.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, that's a crit. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. Okay. So we're just gonna add a flat 6 to the to your piercing damage. No sneak attack on this, though. That would be super nice. But for a total of 16 damage with that first hit, as you just stab him in the chest, and it's quite a sizable hit. He doubles over on himself. So going for a second swing, pulling out and slashing, he manages to duck back.
Yep.
I do believe you still have a bonus action if you want to shoot him, though, because you made an attack with a one-handed weapon.
It's kind of early in the day, though.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I'll hold there.
Okay, no worries. Morish, it is your go.
Where are these riflemen?
They're sort of in buildings. This one is on a second floor, Rifleman 2. This one's on a first floor.
Okay, so can I get this rifleman 2 from here?
Like shooting at him? Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
as in like if I run up to that point.
Yeah, you'd be stabbing him through a window, but melee attacks don't benefit from cover, so yeah, you could get him.
Okay. So yeah, I'll run my 30 feet up to him.
Okay, you get in his face through the window, and he makes eye contact, and then his eyes widen. Holy fuck, you're that guy!
Hi. I'm gonna hit him twice with my rapier.
He's that guy.
19.
19, yeah, that hits.
A 14.
14 misses.
Okay, well I still crit.
That's not a nat. That's
No.
not a.
Oh, it's a
nat one,
dirty, isn't it? Sorry, yeah, idiot.
Yeah, yeah.
God damn.
No, all good. All
No,
good.
yeah. I will, damage, and I'm gonna divine smite level 1.
Okie dokie.
So 16 points.
Christ,
And
that's a lot.
then, 2d8,
Okay.
and that's another 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that's exactly his amount of hit points as you reach in through the window and your blade ignites with bright light. Now you notice, tinged with red, just sort of streaks of red shooting out among the bright white light, like a faint aura, and you pierce him through, and the explosion that bursts out of his back from the divine energy is both white and red, burning with the light of the hells,
Okay.
and he dies.
That's not good.
That is not good. I got charged back on my ring though. Yay.
There you go.
Do I bonus action? What do I do as a bonus? No, I'm good. That's my turn.
Okie dokie. That was gonna be his turn. He's dead now. So Zale, you stand invisible over this man.
So this poor man has just heard all this clinking and clanging, and he's just realised there are 2 giant boot prints on the floor in front of him.
Yep.
He
He's
is
looking
then
down at them right now, and then trying.
is then
He can't. Go ahead.
Yeah, he is then smashed in the back of the head by something very sharp. I made this with advantage, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Do, do, do.
20. Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit, bro.
Nice plus 10 to hit there, Zale. Oh my
20.
lord.
Holy fuck. Yeah, this man has 4 hit points left as you slam him in the back of the head with your greatsword, and he manages to just barely, like, duck his head almost out of the way, but you shave off most of his scalp and a bit of the bone, sort of on the back of his head, and immediately a torrent of blood sprays out and covers the back of his clothing, and he scrambles back. What the fuck? As you apparate in front of him, a
And all
Hulk
he,
in white plate armor.
all he does is see me pulling my arm back, and I'm going to bisect him. Bisect his head between, his mouth. So I want to take his jaw off.
Oh, fuck yeah,
Leave
go
his
for
tongue
it.
flapping in his mouth. No!
No, buddy. As you go to swing and you're aiming for that perfect point. You want to make a fucking point of this man. You want to make a sculpture out of his body, and you go to carve him at the jaw, and he ducks down and it flies overhead, and he gives you a shove at the midsection, and you don't flinch at all.
No,
Fuck, I was really hoping that would work.
I don't think I've got anything bonus to help. No, that's my end of my turn.
Okay. This man has 4 hit points left. Badly wounded now. It comes to his turn. In your face, he's going to slash you with his cutlass, sort of like a warding gesture, like a get off me. And that's also a natural 1. It bounces ineffectually off your armor. Christ. Okay. He's going to go for another cutlass strike. That's a 13 and also bouncing off. Okay. Yeah, he's just going to try to run. Clearly nothing is working.
Can I swing at him as he runs away?
You may.
I will do so. Do. Oh, that was so close to a crit.
That will do it.
Let me roll my damage dice, damn it.
Okie doke. Yeah, no, you cut him in half at the legs, and his legs keep running for a little bit, even as the top half of his body falls away, before tumbling out by the corner of the old farmstead building.
He's just really confused and still alive for a couple of seconds. Like, why am I looking at the sky?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's staring up at the sky with wide eyes. He's reflecting on his life, everything he's done, his accomplishments, and now he's nothing but pile of meat on the field. It's very sad. But here he is dead. That is his turn. Not much you can do there. Swashbuckler 1. Having just been stabbed by you, Strom, he's already fired his blunderbuss and cutlass. He's gonna try to slash you.
Okay.
They're not having any luck. Another second attack. Wow, motherfucker! Just cutting at you frantically, almost panicked as he's now been stabbed in the chest, but you parry off both attacks. That's his turn. Can't really do any much else.
Smile at him and shake my head a little bit.
Rifleman 1 from the second story window of this sees all this shit go down. They don't pay me enough to tangle with these kinds of fuckers. He's gonna run. He darts into the building and keeps on going. Make an acrobatics check as he attempts to dive out the window on the other side. Oh, that's a success. He hits the ground, tucking and rolling, and it's gone from the battlefield for now. I'll leave him there, but he's running. Akron, it is your go.
That man is in a flammable cart.
He sure is.
I would like to cast Fireball on him and the hay.
Fireball?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Okay, go for it.
Fireball's a bit overkill, I think.
It's not worth it.
Just a little bit overkill.
29. Yeah, that hits.
So that's that one. Ugh. And then the extra thing.
Brandishing your staff, locking a tool into place and pulling back, and pulling the trigger, and a blast of flame shoots out and strikes him for 11 points of fire damage as the hay begins to ignite and smoke billows out, and you see a look of panic come over this dog's face as he attempts to hurriedly throw his way out of the cart, but he's not there yet.
5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's my turn.
Okay, the skirmisher is going to jump out of the cart real quick, which is now quickly burning. Hang on.
Change that color to red, yeah.
Yeah, that is a bale of fire. He looks back at the flames. He looks at you, Strom. Okay. He's gonna go for the attack, flanking. He's +2 on these. 2 battle attacks. Battle axe attacks. Hey, there's a hit. Nice job, buddy. That's 8 points of slashing damage to you as he knifes you in the back.
Copy.
And now it is your turn.
Right, I'm gonna take my first swing at the guy I was already engaged with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Who hits roll damage? Oh, buddy, yeah, no, that'll do it. Slashing him across the throat, effortlessly, efficiently, his blood sprays out across your coat.
and then I shall turn on this newcomer.
And smite him down.
Possibly.
That
hit.
hits. Roll damage.
Oh, talking of smiting down newcomers, where's Hal?
I forgot. I literally just thought of that as well. Immediately as the words came out.
Ooh.
We left him at the mansion. We left him at the mansion.
Minus 25 points.
Yeah, he could be
Good
back
morning,
in the mansion.
compatriots.
Comrades!
Min-
Where are you gone?
We've been left behind, minion. We must follow. that is the
It goes
end.
the complete opposite
Uh,
direction.
You slash him in the thigh, this man, and he goes down, putting both hands to the wound as blood torrents out. He's still alive, but badly injured.
I'm gonna put a gun to his head and pull the trigger, I think.
Roll to attack. He is just putting hands on the wound, trying to staunch the blow, and he looks up and sees the gun barrel. That hits.
Good hit. Good roll, man.
Yeah, no, you blow his fucking head off.
You blow his head up. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Oh, this is just another day at work for Strom. You've got to understand that.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty fucking much. Yeah, no, these guys die just like that. You take one small wound in the back, Strom. Your armor is enchanted, so the attack hit you. It's more just a bruise in the small of your spine than an actual cut. But that's all you guys have to show for it, as all the enemies are dead, with one rifleman fleeing. You can hear the sound of him running. First, the splash of mud as he jumps from a second-story window, tucks and rolls, and is gone behind an alley.
I don't think any of us are going to be able to catch him, so I'm going to loot this rifleman for bullets and money.
Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation, sure. 13. Ooh, 29. Wow. Wow, you guys really love looting. Yeah. Go ahead and add to your inventory, Mr. Morris, another 10 shocks if you like.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 12 silver. He's not very rich. Perhaps was hoping to make a bit of some more money off of this endeavor. The captain, who's not really a captain, more like a Jagantoth informant, he's got a dagger tucked into his waistcoat. With a natural 20 investigation, searching through his clothes, you find tucked into like an inseam, like a sewn-in pocket in the lining of his jacket. Rip it out, and you come away with a little pouch. You see 5 platinum coins tinking in there, along with a little, like, rolled-up letter. Unrolling it.
Yep. Go on.
Unrolling it, you just see a simple message. Recruit as many as you can. Bring them to the keep. Bring them to the nest.
Is there any information about what the nest is?
You think it might be referring to the Sour Nest, the keep belonging to the Iron Shepherds.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, done
I-
and done.
I'll,
That's
I'll
like
kind of I'll crumple that up and just kind of leave it with him.
a fuck ton of murder over and done with. Ooh, the bodies are right there. The hay bale is burning. The smoke is rising quite high into the sky now.
Does anybody have any means of putting this fire out?
Is there any rivers in the run?
There is actually one that sort of bisects South Clover and Central Clover. It runs through the whole town, more or less. You're in South Clover now. It's a little bit north of you, like, I don't know, like a 2-minute walk.
I would quickly disguise myself as, I don't know, a different elven man in plain clothes with long blonde hair, whatever. And I'm gonna run to that river, and I'm gonna get a couple of dusts of drynesses up.
Okay.
Like, I say 3. I'll get 3 pellets.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then I'll head on back.
As you dunk these pellets into the water and they soak up a lot of the water all at once, you notice a big displacement of the water as a fuck ton of its volume is just absorbed suddenly, and then the water rushes in, and you see a little, like, miniature river tidal wave forming and going downstream from you.
Huh,
I wonder
nice.
what might come of that.
Probably something bad.
But it's done now. You have these pellets in your hand.
Cool. I'll go back to the place. Whatever it is.
Chucking one of them sons of bitches on there, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, easy enough. The pellet hits the fire, immediately it detonates into a massive orb of water, filling the space immediately and drenching it, and you're left with a smoldering pile of blackened hay. The smoke is still in the sky, but it's now fading a little bit. There was a solid 3 minutes where people could have seen it, maybe.
Yeah. And I say we drag the bodies into the farmhouse.
I don't know. I was thinking these guys were expecting to meet up with some potential recruits, and what better vision for those recruits to see to come to our side than a lot of dead Jagantoth.
I mean, we're out in the open a little bit. We can invite them.
Oh, is this not? I thought this was like the outskirts of town. So
Are we on the outskirts of town?
A little bit yes and a little bit no. This is an abandoned farmstead in an old district. You get the sense, as you would know, Strom, there's probably squatters inhabiting this part of town, but
okay.
there's no, none of these buildings are maintained.
Okay, then yeah, let's do that. Fuck it.
You leave the bodies.
Out front.
well, I think we pile them together, maybe.
Alright. And as you stand beside these corpses, the four of you, eventually, you see coming up the road a whole-scale group. Men, pretty much just men. Women are a little too smart to engage in this sort of shit. With clubs over their shoulders, walking with a bit of confident bravado and swagger that only very young men can pull off. And they're making their way down the street, and then they see you all standing there and the corpses piled up. And they hesitate a moment. Confer with one another.
What did I say?
And then one of them, sorry?
What did they say? I can read lips.
Make a perception check. They're about 200 feet, well, not 200, 100 feet down the street from you. They're basically, you're looking at each other from a distance. But go ahead and make a perception check. 14. Yeah, okay, so you catch mostly, these are not hard words to understand, they're pretty simple words. That looks pretty fucking sketchy, dude. Should we be here? Are we in over our head? There's a lot of doubt immediately coming over them as they see this display.
I'm going to put thaumaturgy on my voice and say, "Gentlemen, please come forward. We have a job position for you."
At this, the leader, putting on a little bit of a show, puffs up his chest a little bit and steps forward. Yeah, well, we got clubs for you. And then his buddy behind him snickers. Shut up!
What are you, between me and you, what are we offering them? The same price that they were going to give them? 100 gold a head?
Do they even know what they were offering?
I suppose. Yeah, they spoke about it. I think.
How many of them are there?
Actually,
Group?
yeah.
You see 11.
Oh, that's a lot of gold. Okay, maybe
That
not
is a
that
lot
much.
of gold.
Do we give them the items off of these dead bodies? Arm them a bit? And offer them more as we
Gentlemen.
move forward?
Yeah, something like that. Gentlemen, we have a proposition for you, and if you accept, we will reward you right now with the items off these slain mercenaries. Moorish, if you will.
We're assembling a group to root out the corruption within this town and to stop the Empire's influence from coming here altogether. And we heard about you. We decided to intercept the original procurers of this agreement and wipe them out with swift ease. Mainly to show you how much more powerful we are and whose side you should really be fighting on, because you don't really want to end up like these guys.
I'm having a roll just to see if this dog is intelligent to understand everything that you're saying. But he's picking up on it well enough. What was that, Zoe?
As I say, I'm just kind of flexing and just on Conan where he's just swinging his sword through the air. That's just kind of what he's doing in the background while everyone's talking.
You pick up,
and he is looking out the corner of his eye at the massive man.
with the giant moonlight flaming sword.
Yeah. It's it's a little bit of a display. um, the thug, this young man with bravado in his eyes. Okay, but you can pay us, right?
Yeah.
Let me bring it down to your level. You work for us, you kill bad people, you get money. Capiche?
Hey, now you're talking down to me a little bit. I don't really like that, man.
You don't
No,
mind.
I'm talking up to you. You are literally taller than me.
Is that true? How tall is Akron?
Like 5'4", 5'5".
5'4", 5". Okay. All right. Yeah, you are talking up to him. I guess that's true. Well, how much you guys gonna pay me? Pay us.
Well, first of all, we have all these shiny items here for you to arm yourselves with As in-
Mildly used.
as an immediate payment.
He scratches his head a little bit. But does that mean like you don't have the money to pay us out of pocket?
We got money, but you need to prove yourself first.
This seems pretty sketchy.
Look, man. Do you want to die on the battlefield from one of our blades or one of his spells? You see that fire over there? Who do you think made that? With ease. These guys are nothing. We're offering you a lot more. Just in time, once you prove yourselves.
Give us like 5 minutes, okay? And the group steps back to speak amongst one another. Akron, you could pick up most of this. From this range,
I'm
there's no
gonna
perception
relay
roll
all of
needed.
this. I'm gonna relay all of what they're saying to Marsh.
There's a lot of back and forth, like, these guys are fucking insane. They're psychopaths. They're gonna kill us. Like, they want us to just pick up, like, loot all their armor and swords and stuff. And there's a look of, like, uncertainty coming over them.
Who has gold?
I've got some gold, but not a lot.
I don't have much either. I've only got. Oh no, I've got 20 platinum. Yeah.
You're holding out on us.
Can I walk forward and say something to these folks?
Sure.
I'll just finish wiping my blade off on the closest body and resheath it. And just walk up to within focal distance and say, look, we all know that in this town, you're only as good as your reputation. We know fuck all about you, and we're giving you an opportunity to change that.
You're Strom, aren't you? You're that Trebane killer guy, aren't you?
Maybe.
Oh, they recognize
And
him.
you're throwing in with these lot? These guys?
Well, they're throwing in with me, but yeah.
They're throwing in with you. Oh shit. Oh shit. And they get this look in their eyes. And as they're like sort of playing the backstreet politics in their own heads, their limited, diminutive heads. Yeah, okay, but like, we still gotta get paid, you know? And like, their swords and stuff are cool, but we can't put bread on our tables with just swords. I mean, you're from the Trebanes, man. You can front us a little bit, yeah?
We must say, question, would Akron know what, like, the prices for bread and water and basic, like, food need to be?
That's what I was going
in-
to ask.
Yeah,
In this case, it's more of like a representation. Like, it's not like that. It's sort of like how, like, you know, how "get that bread" is a slang.
Because
They're
I'm
just literal-
basically trying to, I'm just here trying to, like, see if we're overpaying them.
Okay. Like for an average person to survive, you could probably
Yeah.
get by on basic sustenance for like a silver a day, maybe
Fuck's sakes.
even less than that.
Right, so we are, like, they are asking for a lot of money.
Yeah, pretty much. But also, like, they're gonna go to war. It's worth a decent payment.
Okay. How much money does everyone have?
I mean, you've got the most, I think.
Okay.
I've got 20 platinum and 332 gold.
Oh, 214 gold.
I've got in total, including my platinum, 236.
Okay, I have 1100.
Right. Guess you're
Look at
paying
you
for this and
complaining.
dinner.
I mean, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna pull out It's going to be, what, 55 platinum pieces.
God damn. Okay. And you're looking at 11 mercenaries, so that'd be like
Five each.
Are you paying them the whole? Yeah, 5 each.
Yeah.
Damn, nice.
That
Okay.
is excessive.
That's, 50
Yeah,
gold
like-
each to go to war.
I mean, like, typically be asked above table, instead of giving them all 100 each, maybe give them like a really
I'm
small
giving them,
down
50,
payment
giving them
first.
50 each.
Yeah,
I'd
because
say-
when
I'd-
all of them
a lot.
inevitably die, you won't have to follow up any of those payments.
Yeah, like give them a really small down payment
So
first.
What, yeah, I
and
mean,
say
give
more to
them,
come.
What, 2 platinum
Yeah, give
each?
him.
Dan,
Give
I'm
him
trying
that-
to.
I was thinking more
50
like
gold
5
each.
gold.
Yeah,
5
50
gold.
gold
5
each.
gold to go to war is that's what I'm giving them. 50 gold each is what I'm giving them. 55 platinum is 550 gold, which across 11 of them is 50 each.
Do we get any discount on that? Because I'm trying to goad them into doing it partly for garner a reputation for themselves as well.
That's sort of like is sort of an ongoing discussion. It's not like a flat fee. Like you haven't offered them anything yet.
No, I'm just talking amongst
Make an intelligence check, Moorish.
I mean, we could just say we'll put in a good word with the Trebanes as well.
No, it was so close to a 19.
Oh, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah, 50 gold sounds good.
Makes me think it doesn't sound good. Do I know? No, I wouldn't know. You've already made me make the check, you bastard.
I mean, me working in the crime family around here, would I know what the average?
Yeah, make an intelligence check as well. I'll say it's a slightly
Nice.
lower roll for you since you're experienced in this.
Mm,
A check, not a save.
Oh,
but I'm pretty.
shit,
Is
sorry.
this the same modifier for you or what?
um,
Oh no, it'd be -1 to that. So, looking at a 12.
oh shit,
You're-
yeah.
You're okay, so a 12 total. You're weighing it out in your head, this discussion. They're just a group of street toughs. Rep is pretty important around here. 50 gold, you actually reckon that you could probably get away with a little less than that. Given everything that's going on, given that you're working for the Trebanes, your word holding a little more weight than perhaps these people might, because you actually represent one of the families, Strom. And that's kind of a big deal around these parts, especially with these lower level, like, street crime kind of guys. You could get some mileage out of that alone.
Offer them 25 apiece.
I offer them 25 gold apiece, so 275 gold.
They look down at each of them with the pile of gold in their hands that you've weighed out, measured out. Just a taste of things to come, right, boss?
That's the one.
All right.
Any man you kill, you keep whatever they have on them.
All right, fucking bet.
Starting with
want
these.
us?
Unless it's one of the higher ups. In which case, we will talk.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Lorenzo is mine.
Yeah, Lorenzo's is his, no matter what.
Yeah, you could have him. I ain't messing with that cat.
275, wasn't it?
Sorry.
275 gold. Yeah.
Yep.
That's gone. I've taken out my inventory.
Okay. They immediately get to work on looting the corpses, divesting them of their gear, their weapons, and shit.
Okay. Onwards. Tell them to go to the
Trebane Manor.
Manor, and I will hand them my coin. And I say, if you fucking lose this, there'll be hell to pay. You keep this safe.
yeah,
you keep
okay.
this safe, and you show it at the gate, and you tell them Moorish sent you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you got it. You got it.
Cool. Don't do anything stupid. Listen to what they tell you to do.
Hey, don't call. I wouldn't ever do anything stupid in my life. I'm a very intelligent person. I'll have you know.
I believe that. I believe that. You made the right
Strom
choice.
just
What
steps
is
forward
the-
and says, "Now's the time to shut up and fuck off."
What is the powerhouse of the cell? If you're
The
so smart.
mitochondria.
Cellular biology isn't a thing in this universe. All right. You make your way onward. This band of toughs in your wake. Well, not in your wake. They're heading off the opposite way toward the mansion. That is done and done.
More allies to the cause. That's 11 bodies to hold a line.
It's a
Verb,
start,
just
for
by
sure.
how they walk, how experienced in combat do they actually look?
It's no roll needed. These fuckers are green as grass, man.
gotcha.
They're young men. They're toughed up. Some of them, a couple of them, might have been in some street fights or something along those lines. But battlefield experience?
None.
Fuck
Nothing.
no.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we need to get some
So-
experienced people to like.
So what you're saying is we have like at least one person. that
We
can
have
make-
11. We have 11 attacks for free, essentially.
We have
is what
11 bodies between us and the ballistas.
Yeah.
Wait, what he's actually saying is we're now accessory to 11 murders in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Look, we'll do something. It's fine.
Look, if you throw enough men at the problem will eventually go away. I'm
Exactly.
sure.
Or you'll lose all your men either or.
Potatoes, potatoes.
No, we're not gonna be able to recruit much else in this fucking town, apparently.
Well, Ish is coming back with his misfits.
Yeah.
Um,
We can go to the sewers and try and get them. We can check out the people in the woods.
What
Is it-
about this? What about this castle of yours? Do you not have any allies there?
This what? Sorry.
Kaisvakarm, your
that's
castle.
that's like 11 days away. It's and we don't have much there. No, what's there is needed to defend and maintain.
Okay.
And also, just because mercs are working for one family currently doesn't mean that if we can offer them something better, they won't work for us.
Oh, of course, but we don't know if they're all heading to the Sour Nest. We've been there. It's not easy to break into, and I don't think the four of us could pull it off. I'm not gonna lie
mean,
to you.
You mean the 5 of us, right?
The five of us.
You're gonna palm off Hal the Magnificent?
Oh,
like
he's
that?
not here. He's not here.
Yeah, he's not here.
Oh, okay.
He overslept, I think.
Yeah, we'll catch up with him.
He's too
later.
busy petting
Just
Minion. The man loves his dog.
But how much?
It's his dog, man. He loves him a lot. It's his buddy. His best friend.
God, if only Sir Pond didn't die.
Oh, Sir Pon.
Well, what a shame.
Fucking Roland.
Oh
was a
no.
dash.
Anyway.
Fuck you. I like
I
Sir
loved Sir Pond.
He was a goblin buddy of ours, Mr. Highlander, and then he got shot in the face by a cowboy.
Yeah. It was a sad
I
day.
mean,
And no. And
Somehow not
everybody.
surprised.
It's sad.
That was a sad day. And when Talia died and then got brought back to life, I've never been on such a roller coaster of emotions in my life.
Right?
Yeah,
God, what a fucking session.
that was a good session. Onwards into South Clover.
Onwards, onwards. What's the plan? Are you heading towards the sewers? Are you...
Yeah, I'm guessing Antoinette has contacted us at some point.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. It's a little bit after the attack. After you've just finished dealing with these young men, making your way out, venturing down the streets, waiting and waiting for that message, and then it comes through. Antoinette speaking to you, Morsh, in your head, a message. Alright, I've got him pinned. So you're going to want to head to South Clover. And then she gives you a series of instructions from there of a specific kind of sewer grate, and she points out to you, they're sort of like, almost like Trebane glyphs marks, but more like street marks. They're little insignias that they use to communicate. The Trebanes, more than any other family, has pretty deep connection with the sewers, having used them as quick access points and covert, like, smuggling routes before. And she points out to you one particular set, sort of near the entrance of the town. You'll know where to find it.
Okay. I'll
Making your way there.
I'll relay these instructions as I'm getting them to Akron and Zale and Strom.
Indeed. And making your way there, you find them easily enough. It's a sort of similar to what Kieran once found that led him into the Golden Brand. This sort of off of a slope off the road, like a drainage tunnel that leads in. Zale, you have to get on hands and knees to fit through, as does pretty
Alrighty.
much everyone. But it's a little bit demeaning, and there's a steady flow of shit coming in under where your knees meet the ground.
Lovely.
But you find the marks as described, you enter the tunnel, and before you lays a long line of blackness, rolling down,
Guess we get going then. Zale, do you wanna do some light?
Ah, yes, I will cast light. Sorry.
It's almost unnecessary as you pull out your longsword and cast a spell of light through the longsword, and it just amplifies the light coming off of the blade even more.
Huh.
Incandescent, burning and brilliant, a blazing light, like a little star held in your own hands, and it paints a very radiant way forward. And as you're moving through, it's about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of walking through this darkness before you begin to hear it again. Morish, Zale, you were the last time you were in the
Oh,
sewers, you
no.
recalled the rats.
Yeah.
They ran from you, ran towards you, and then ran from you. And then you heard the wet, squapping, squishing sound of something in the darkness. And you hear it now, making its way toward you. With the light, which paints a pretty big radius, maybe like 120 feet out to you all in all, you begin to see it on the edge of that light, Zale. This pale, gelatinous, billowing thing that spreads out and fills the whole of the tunnel that you are standing in. It's moving slowly towards you.
How far away is it?
At this point, like 120 feet away.
No, chill touch it.
Chill, touch it. Okay.
Is there any other ways, or is that the only like path
No.
towards it?
There's like a little T coming off of it here, of a certain way, but you would have to run up to that. Okay, let me put you all... Who's leading this? Who's at the front?
And Zale
assume
with
me.
sword.
Okay, cool.
I would be
Quick
close
question.
behind, keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
On the way to this sewer entrance, would I have had time to reload that one round that I'd spent?
Yeah, absolutely. Easy
Okay.
enough.
Oh, yeah, could I have reloaded order as well?
Sure.
Cool.
Guns in hand, motherfuckers.
Take a bullet out.
It's a gelatinous cube. And it's a big one.
Oh, hot
It's
damn.
squishing its way towards you. You chill touched it, right, Morris?
Yeah, 13.
A 13 to hit with their armor class of 6. That hits.
Oh,
Roll
goddamn.
damage.
That's 10 points of damage, and it
Oh, damn, that's not bad.
can regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Okay, yeah, you reach out and a skeletal hand, shooting from your outstretched hand, shoots out across the length of the tunnel and scratches into its gelatinous form, and it wobbles a bit. Go ahead and roll initiative, I guess. You look like you did a little bit of harm there.
Yes.
It also looks like a big fuck-off cube.
No, Akron.
Okay, Morris, it is your go as you see this thing coming.
Oh, hot damn. 90 feet away. Have I ever fought a gelatinous cube before?
I don't think so. Well, like in your character's history, you
Yeah.
can make a nature check if you like.
Can I make a history check on what I know from them from books?
Oh, that's a nat 1.
Sure.
I've never faced one.
You have no fucking clue.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It's just a big tide of sludge filling the length of the tunnel coming towards you. With a 15, yeah, you recognize it pretty quick. They don't always take the form of cubes, but you're reasonably sure what this is. Some kind of sentient creature that is just pure sludge and ooze. It likes to swallow creatures and kill them with acid.
Do
This
I know
one
what
looks
it speaks to?
particular vicious. No, not with that roll. You just know what it is.
I don't know why I rolled damage, but yeah. I cast Hunger of Hadar.
On, like, the tunnel?
Yeah.
Or on it, I take
Well,
it.
like, so more like that, I suppose. So it just is on the edge of it, essentially.
Okay. Okay. Let me put down a circle.
Like, not that. That.
Nice. That's pretty cool. That is definitely a circle. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Filled with darkness inside. Give it a blue outline, because why not? Yeah, no, you reach out your hands, and immediately an inky void shoots out and swallows up the tunnel, blocking sight from this thing. A slurpy, milky white tentacle shoots out the side of this void of darkness before it is gone. The-
Yeah.
it takes the damage at the start of its turn, right?
Yeah, it has to make a dex save. I think it takes the damage at the start of its turn regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
it
then
keeps
if
you
it
the-
ends
and then
its turn, it has to make a save,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's the one.
Gotcha. Okay, anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna tell the others not to go into that.
As if you needed to be told twice.
And it's also difficult. It's also difficult terrain.
Okay. The blackness ends all sight. Zale, it is your turn.
I'm going to prepare an action, and I will crescent slash if it emerges here, so if I can see it.
Oakley dokley.
And I'll just
Easy
hold my
enough.
spot, and that's my turn.
Mr. Stromduscar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action with the Lozzie Darth, I think.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Go ahead and roll your 2d6 as. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say for when it appears on the other side of the Homegrowth Hadar, on our side of
Okay.
it.
Makes sense. Go ahead and roll your 2d6 as it starts its turn, Mr. Moorish. It's 10 points of damage. That's not bad.
Cold damage. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does not in this case.
Okay.
You feel the spell doing some damage as, or more like you hear it as you hear the sound of like a sharp, like icy sound as ice forms across the length of this gelatinous thing, and then you hear that icy crackling sound moving closer. Let me go ahead and put this there for the time being, just so I can see. So it was there 5, 10, 15. Except it's difficult terrain, so that is literally as far as it can get.
Yep.
It
So
is very slow
dex
as it moves
save.
through this darkness. Dexterity saving throw. It is not very dexterous. What do you know? That's a 7. Go roll damage.
Acid damage.
8 points of acid damage, which it is surprisingly not immune to. Wow, nice. Takes the damage anyway. I take it. Akron, what are you doing?
Can I see? I can see it. Okay.
Oh, well, not right now. It's in the darkness. I have to... Shut the fuck
The
up. I will
darkness is
cut
still
you.
up.
Yeah, the darkness is still up. I just had to move it to a different layer. It's
Okay,
there.
so can I see through? I can't see. Can I?
You don't have Devil's Sight or anything like that, do you?
No, I don't have True Sight.
Unfortunately.
That's fine. I will hold a firebolt in that case.
Okay.
To attack hit it if I see it.
I take it all of you are more or less keeping that up as it approaches?
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
wait.
Alright, another round of
I
movement
might
then.
move. Actually, I might move back. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
Okay, you got it. We're looking at 10,
Oh, you staying up there, Zale?
I have to be within 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
30.
Fine.
No, you can drop because you've got range. Because I will just do the thing and then run back.
All right, another 2d6 verb.
another 2d6.
Two, as it starts its turn, and then a dex
and
save.
then another 2d6 after that.
And he's gonna do another dex save.
Gotcha. That is a 4. Go ahead. And this time you do see, as it just barely begins to emerge, the edge, the outline of it coming through, pushing through the darkness as tentacles are whipping at it. For another 7 points of damage. You see it is looking a little bit frozen. Ice crystals have formed along the surface of what little you can see. And it also, the outside edge of it looks like it's been torn at a little bit by tentacles. It's technically close enough that you can see where it is if you want to slash it, Dale.
Yard.
Go for it. This is 24 to hit. That hits. Roll damage.
I don't think you can miss unless you roll a nat 1.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead and roll another 2d6 on top of that, because the moonlit thing applies to your Searing Crescent as well. Also, it looks like your Crescent isn't doing the extra +2 damage from your longsword itself. It should be. So we're looking at 7.
It's 1d12 plus 3 radiant.
Yes, but the weapon itself is a +2 weapon, so that should be doing 2 more damage on top of that.
Hold on,
Because the +3 is from your charisma, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Hold
should
on,
be able
let
to
me
change
see.
it in the weapon.
Let me see if I can edit it.
Yeah, I think I can fix it.
Okay, you do, because you're a bit better than me.
So 10
Doggy,
damage.
doggy.
10 in total then if you add the +2 one.
Yes, sir. Yep, easy enough. That one I can't change. D&D Beyond's usually bitch about other things. 10 damage. Yep, sending down a crescent arc of searing white moonlight, carving through the darkness now, and you slice this thing in two for a moment, the edge of it that you can see before it splits apart and reforms with a... Quite gross.
And then, I can't do anything. I can't
That
do
was a
anything
held
else.
action, yes.
Yeah.
Straw might say, and Morris, both of you can... Actually, all of you can make your held attacks if you want as you see it coming through. Yeah, why not? Easy enough. Oh, buddy, go ahead. Nice. Oh, jeez. 12 hits. It has 6 AC. 10, 13... Okay. Nice, nice, nice. So, okay, let's start with the base damage. So that's 23 damage from Morris and Strom, just shooting into this thing, and yeah, just 2 pistol shots blasting into it. It's nice. 10 points of damage from the firebolt as a roll, and then another flat 10 on top of that, so 20.
It's 20 points
24,
of damage from firebolt.
32.
It's 2d10,
Yeah, 'cause he crit.
isn't it?
That's true. That's true.
So it's an extra
42.
20. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking 42 points of damage. Okay, Akron, you brandish your staff forward and hold it out, and you have to shout out as you immediately realize, this shot is a little more volatile than the rest. Your technology is a little unpredictable sometimes, and you have to call out, "Get the fuck out of the way!" as a firestorm shoots out of the end of your staff, a pillar of flames just shooting out toward the darkness, and Zale, you have to duck aside to keep your head from getting blasted off your shoulders.
It's a fucking
And you
cantrip.
see it blast into this gelatinous thing, and for a moment the light is so bright that it dispels the hunger of Hadar, and you see the outline of this massive tide of sludge being lit the fuck up before the darkness pushes back in. It is devastated. Yeah, no, it is boiling. It is bits and pieces. It's still there though, still holding on.
Hot damn.
And now it comes to its turn.
Takes
It
2d6
finally...
damage.
That's true. Yes, another 2d6 damage. 5 points of damage, yep. What little... The sludge is having a hard time holding itself together, and you see as it pushes through the darkness, 10, 20, 30 feet, and ends its turn there, because... Well, okay, he's there, so let's say 10 feet there, he's still in it. 10 feet there, he's still in it. Okay, so at that point he'd be free, so he gets another 5 feet of movement speed as this tide of all-consuming sludge stands out before you, towering over you, Zale. And now it is your turn, Morish.
I'm gonna step up to it.
Okay,
Fuck it.
And he was never seen again.
And I was never seen again, and I'm gonna take 2 swings.
go for it.
That's an 18 to hit. 29 to hit, sorry.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
And that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
10 points on the first.
Mm-hmm.
11 points on the second.
11 points on the second. It's hard to say how do you want to do this to a fucking slime thing,
Just
but
start
how do you want to do
cutting
this?
chunks off so they just start hitting the wall and burning
It's
into
very,
it and
very
stuff.
messy.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Yeah.
chunks everywhere.
As you're cutting away at this thing, you begin to notice a little, like, a hard nodule in the center of all this slime in the middle, like this, it's still the same, like, general color and, like, texture of the slime itself, but it's hardened, like a little heart, and you're cutting and carving away at all of this material, splattering it up against the wall. It's quite messy. What bits of it touch you and your skin begin to sizzle and burn. You sting a little bit, but it's not a big deal. And then you finally cut away enough to reach at this heart, and you stab it through, and it just turns into a big-ass puddle of acidic water at your feet. It starts to singe at your shoes a little bit.
I press the digitation it off and then walk out of
And
it.
it's gone. And it's gone. Fuck your Hunger Hadar shit, man. I wanted to swallow one of you.
Fuck you. I knew, like, it's a bigger sludge. It's not going to be terribly fast. So I was like, this is going to fuck it up.
I'm gonna keep that quote. Verb wants to swallow.
Fuck you.
I drop hunger of Hadar.
Yeah, okay. Done and done. The tunnel is clear. And let me change the music real quick. That was not fitting in the slightest all. That was a foregone conclusion. That was unfair. That was unfair.
What was unfair?
Uh, okay. As this thing dies and the way opens up before you, a silence falls over this tunnel.
Can I just kind of like sift through the slimy chunks to see if it's got anything from previous people it's swallowed in it? Anything
Yeah,
useful?
and no roll needed. Actually, you saw some of these bits floating around in there. You find like a handful of like daggers, a spear with a lot of the wood corroded away. You find a few sets of like most of the like threads clothing is gone, but there's a few bits of metal here and there. You see some links that might have belonged to a chain shirt, now corroded and not rusty, but quite damaged. Nothing magical though. Just a lot of this thing's been going to town.
Yeah, not a lot that's useful then. So no, you just sift through the bits and I'll just carry on there.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Yeah, re-up
Heading
the
on
light.
through the tunnel. Heading on through the tunnel. Who's leading this? Is it still you, Zale?
Yeah.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
I'd like to
Verb,
help
would
him.
would my passive perception come into play here?
What's your passive perception?
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, moving through this place, this is Akron. You notice it even from the back lines, peering out and around the hulking form of Zale a couple times. You start to see. You notice at first, you're not quite sure what it is. It's just a shape sort of just beyond the radius of Zale's light, but you strain your eyes a little bit against the light and you see the silhouette, the outline of a person's head, peering at you and then ducking away into what looks, from all visual appearances, like a solid wall.
I'm gonna kind of go up to the body like, hey, did you see that?
And
Did-
Zale, you did not see that.
Did I with my 17 passive?
I've
No.
I've got 18.
No, Akron was the only one who
Okay.
noticed it.
No, I did not.
There was a humanoid figure that seemed to vanish into the wall up ahead.
Wouldn't be the first time we've dealt with a false wall.
Let's check it out.
I'll step up to the wall and I'll just run my blade on the wall.
Passes right through.
In we go.
We go in?
Yeah.
In we go.
Zale, you're the first to step in through this wall, and you are immediately staring down the barrels of 6 rifles.
Ah, wonderful.
Elven figures, men and women, in fine armor, like breastplates that are engraved with arcane glyphs. Behind them, an elven man, of course, with long black hair going down, cascading around his shoulders in a very, like, fine, almost like an updo. This man has taken great care to maintain his appearance, despite being in a fucking sewer. And you see the 6 rifles pointed at you.
The
I
Who are
assume
you?
that one's Lionel.
Yeah, you get the sense it probably is.
No, I say that. I literally go.
Oh,
I take
yeah.
it you're Lionel.
The gun barrels are trained on you, but as you say that name, Lionel puts a hand up. The guns lower slightly. Yeah, that's me. Who are you?
Associates of Antoinette.
Ah,
So
right.
you're down here. How do you fancy taking back up there? And I just point upwards with the blade.
Oh. Could be convinced, I guess. There's a little bit of uncertainty in him right now. You get the sense that maybe he's a little bit cozy down here.
Have the rest of us come through yet?
Yeah, at this point, Zale has stepped through. Strom, you're the second to follow, and there's a look of recognition in both your eyes and his as you make eye contact. You don't really know this man that well, but you know, you've worked together. And all of you stand in this, what looks to like a long hallway that branches off from the sewers. The stonework is notably finer and more clean than the sewers behind you. Yeah, Antoinette told me to expect some guests. Probably should have called off the damn slime beforehand. It's gonna take a little bit to remake that, you know, kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Look, I'm gonna be blunt with you. So far, we've had it pretty good down here. Maintained everything, swallowed up a good few people have come down. we're actually making a pretty big, quite a lot of money off of the shit our that shit like that slime is swallowing up. You know, the magical stuff still remains. We can sell that on.
You,
I
you
go
have a-
ahead.
You have it pretty good down here, huh?
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. And to be honest with you, like, now that I don't have that motherfucker's voice in my head, now that I don't have Darko telling me what the fuck to do, how to act, what to believe and feel, I'm kind of realizing just how fucked up that family actually was. So you tell me to go to war for it? I don't want to.
We're not telling you
I
to
don't
go
see
to
a
war
point.
for that
It's
family.
It's
And
not for the
so-
Trebayans, it's for you.
So you do understand
for
that you have it pretty cozy down here, but the Empire is going to change that. They will root you out the moment they hear about what's going on down here. And if that's not enough, we've probably got the fucking Kryn coming at some point as well. So if the Empire don't do it, the Kryn will.
The Kreen goddamn dynasty?
War is coming to the run, whether you like it or not, and we're offering you an opportunity to survive that war with all of your inventions and all of your autonomy intact. The Empire will regulate you. The Kryn will probably kill you.
The
Uh,
Kryn wouldn't be that harsh. They would probably do similar to what the Empire does. Establish a foothold.
Either
I'm
way,
sure they'll-
not good for you.
I'm sure they'll. I'm sure they'll be especially forgiving after someone
I
quite deep
can
in
if you
had
would
their
like.
head blown off.
I can, if you would like, instruct you on how they would apply torture techniques to potential spies hiding out in a hidden section of the sewers.
Which, you know,
I can go into great detail if you like.
Look, I hear what you're saying, and maybe there's some wisdom in it, but survival's one thing. I'm pretty sure we could survive on our own. Yeah, you're right. Maybe the Kreen and the Empire or whatever, maybe they would root us out, but we could run away in time. If you're
Run away
wanting
where?
us to... He purses his lips.
where do you go? Into the Empire? Into the Savalier Wood? Or into the Dynasty? Well, the frozen wastes up north, I suppose. I hear they're nice this time of year.
No,
Yeah,
Morsh, it's fine. He obviously has made his decision that he wants to stay down here.
I guess you're right.
But when they come into the sewers and they burn them out, they will remember. Come on.
Yeah.
We will find more eager allies elsewhere. And I'm going to turn to go for the illusory wall.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, you've made your point. We'll fight. Where do you want us?
The manor.
Alright. Done and done.
No arguing
I'll
with
get in touch
Antoinette.
with... Sure, I'll bite my tongue. I'll do what Queen Bitch says.
And you'll keep your autonomy.
That's what I'm counting on. If things go tits up, or if you don't keep to your word, please keep to your word.
Yeah.
You're not lovers of Antoinette, are you?
I don't think many
Not
people
big
are.
fans.
Look. She was Darko's goddamn daughter, okay? Now, I never talk much with her personally, but I don't like the way she talks down to people like us.
Yeah, I feel that.
Us on the lower levels, so to speak.
No, I feel that.
I don't want to be ruled over by anyone, but I'll take the devil I know over the devil I don't. So we'll go to war.
This war is to
You
give
got us on
everyone
that.
their autonomy back. Lionel, I will tell you exactly what I told Antoinette. Everyone that has worked with us is in a better place than where they started. Everyone that has crossed us so far is dead.
He gives a little chuckle at that. Yeah, I guess Darko figured that out, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Tell me, how did that son of a bitch die? I want to know.
I took him through the
I don't
throat.
know, I was dead.
I took him through the throat with my rapier.
That one you got at your hip right now?
That's the one.
Nice. Very nice. Alright. I suppose we'll be seeing each other again soon enough.
That we will. And there'll be
See you at
much
the manor.
rejoicing.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I only want to live to see another day, but sure. whatever you say.
And keep up with the experiments. Those things can be nasty if used right.
Yeah, you ain't seen the half of it, man. He gives a little manic grin.
Excellent.
All right, discussion is done. They begin the process of gathering their gear together, preparing to head out. We will end our session there with 2 allies recruited,
Nice.
and perhaps more to
Yay.
be done soon enough.
That was a big week, man. That was a good session. Really good session.
That was fun.
Making good progress.
I think
motherfuckers.
so. We got like I know the mulch people were mulch, but it was just like a side thing on the way that I happened to pick up, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's
Yeah.
get people.
Yeah,
I love how
exactly.
you're all just slagging off Antoinette in front of one of the henchmen.
Uh,
I like to think that every single time you do that, he just sort of starts reaching for his fucking pepper box and then just
does
puts
he
his
not?
hand down.
Does
and
she
lets
not
his neck
speak
out.
down to you as well, though, being that you're a half elf? Like she's made
Still
it very
pays me.
clear that she's.
Yeah, but gold is gold.
It's fine. I'm gonna bring her around. I'm gonna bang her. It's fine.
We shall see. You charismatic motherfucker, you.
Careful, she might get her artifice strap-on on.
Yeah, yeah. You can go bug wild.
That is just a super platonic bath. It's like proper awkward friend zone.
Oh, that would be fucking.
Oh, Zale, you're so muscular. However, I prefer you as my
Right.
friend.
I'm off,
I
everyone.
prefer we conduct business
Bye.
in the bar.